state champions!
It's the game that separates the men from the boys, and it's happening right now.
Tonight on News Talk 790 WPIC, we feature a region battle as the Sharpsville Blue Devils host the undefeated Reynolds Raiders.
Our 2024-25 high school sports broadcasts are brought to you by Bill McCandless Ford in Mercer and Meadville. The Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Serving giant subs since 1973. Shell Restoration. The area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Warriors Homes and Improvements. Making dreams come true since 1958. St. Paul's in Greenville, a senior living community. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better. Attorney Bill Motor. Excellence, experience, and integrity. Mercer County State Bank. Community-minded since 1911. Herman's Water. When taste matters. Vase Pub and Grill. Make it special. Make it Vase. Heritage Rotary Club. If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, specializing in Southern vehicles up to $15,000. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City is the area's only stay-in-your-car quick lube. We're locally owned and nationally known. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all our high school sports broadcasts all season long. Now it's time to go to the field with our countdown to kickoff show with our game announcers,
Ryan Briggs and Chris Burt.
It is week number 4 of the 2024 high school football season. And tonight here on News Talk 790 WPIC, first place at Region 1 in stake as Reynolds Raiders make the short trip over to Sharpsville to take on the Sharpsville Blue Devils. Hi everybody, Ryan Briggs with tonight, joined as usual by Chris Birch. Chris, Reynolds Raiders off to a great start. Maybe the surprise Mercer County this year 3-0, Sharpsville 2-1. Although the Blue Devils have not played in a couple weeks due to a forfeit win last week over Kennedy. Interesting to see, how things play out tonight. Reynolds coming off a triple overtime win at Mercer in the league opener last week, and then Sharpsville rest versus rust.
Yeah, and both coaches mentioned, kind of how that can impact things. Coach Bill talking about how his guys are, kind of were just flying high with energy this week after that unbelievable win. And, Coach Piccarelli obviously was disappointed and had to deal with his team's disappointment about that game being a forfeit. But he also said, we had some extra days to rest some guys up for this Reynolds game that's going to be so important in the region standings. So, both coaches, I think, using those games from last week, kind of spinning it to their own advantage with their players.
Sharpsville, as we said, opened up the season with the number Girardi game. You and I called. We saw a lot of good things from the Devils, but week 2 losing at Greenville. Now Sharpsville looks to get back on the beam here tonight against Reynolds. Ryan Briggs, Chris Bircher. Hello, everybody watching on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. We know we have a minor audio issue. We have a little bit of an echo that we'll have to iron out, but hey, a little bit of new stuff here, so things. Well, we don't have the echo, but we will get that fixed before people go bozo on the comments. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about teams. Chris spoke with the head coaches, and we'll have the Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineup. More pregame coming up from Sharpsville after this on 790 WPIC. All right, check 1 2 here. 1 2 3.
Check
Hang
1
on
2.
here. I think I might know what the
for any occasion, visit them at 1945 East State Hermitage. Got you all. Tired enough to make dessert?
As a matter of fact.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. I love you. Get inspired and run around with a brand new kitchen from Warriors Homes of Reynolds. Make home new kitchens with dreams made of. And the direct from the manufacturers. On top. Call Warrior today and get inspired. Warriors and Mercer. Online at warriorsconstruction.com.
Down the Kickoff is brought to you by Midman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Midman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
And we are back here on Sports Radio, on 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Ryan Burns along with Chris Birch. Chris, obviously Reynolds Raiders 3-0, finding ways to win. They've won low-scoring games. They've won high-scoring games as well. No seniors on this team, so Raiders certainly a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, and what's been really the pleasant surprise for them is, they've gone through growing pains. They've had, some of these underclassmen have ups and downs just like you would expect. But they found ways to win. They went up to Eisenhower in week 1, and it was 0-0 through almost 3 quarters in that game. But they switched a few things up defensively, made a play, got a turnover, and scored, and then blew the game open and won that one. And then that's that week 2 game against Maplewood. Again, just another kind of a slugfest where there was a lot of mistakes made, 3 turnovers by the Reynolds. By the Raiders, but they, managed to find a way to win that one. And then last week, Mercer's offense all of a sudden comes to life, and Mercer, Reynolds found themselves, having to make some adjustments, and his, Coach Mull's young team really found a way to gut out a win and win in overtime, make some plays down the stretch. Terrific performances by Gabe Mignarez and Parker Ney. So, again, what Coach Mull has said, Ryan, is that, this team doesn't have any one person that's always kind of making the plays, but they have found ways, for guys to step up when necessary and pick each other up when, the other ones are struggling.
Yeah, and of course, first-year starter quarterback Xavier Zachrich, it's not his first year on the field, 2-year letter winner, but it is a difference when you are the quarterback, and being quarterback is more than just throwing the football to the open guy, isn't it, Chris?
It sure is. Yeah, there's no question about that. And Zachrich has been, he's had moments of just being absolutely electric. But, he has, kind of the old Brett Favre style mistakes, where he throws it into double coverage, and he, does some things that is giving Coach Mull even more gray in his beard. But one thing they know certainly at Reynolds is that they have a talented kid at that position, and he's going to get better and better and better, and really start to be able to make plays.
And then, of course, Mignarez and Ney, a couple of home run hitters in the backfield. And the Reynolds offense is an unorthodox one to prepare for. There's some spread elements, some wing tee,
right?
A little bit of option maybe sprinkled in, quarterback run. Sharpsville's probably up and they spent some time preparing for Kennedy. We're probably glad to have a little extra time.
Yeah. I made this analogy to Coach Mull. In a way, it's like a great press in basketball. He liked it. His daughter played hoops. He liked the analogy. It's like a great press in basketball in that it's the same press, but it looks like a different press based on what the other team does. And in the case of Reynolds' offense, it's 4 looks, but they read what the defense is doing. So even though you could say, well, it's only 4 plays, guys, the opposing defensive coach can say that, but they're going to make a read, and they're going to do a whole bunch of different things just out of those 4 looks. And I think it's these young and really talented backs, particularly these 4 juniors, as they get more and more comfortable in their new starting role, they're going to be really, really difficult to deal with.
Meanwhile, you look at the Sharpsville Blue Devils, a team also first-year starter quarterback in Aiden Cadden, who's had a nice year. And again, a home run hitter in the backfield in Jaden White, along with that huge offensive and defensive line.
Yeah, no doubt. And, I love listening to Coach Piccarelli talk about Aiden Cadman. He came back out. He was a quarterback as a youngster in Sharpsville's program. He comes back out as a senior after, a couple of years off, and has just been terrific. He's been a leader. He's really shown the ability to throw the football. And, Coach Pick didn't say this, but I have a feeling they'll start bringing more and more of some of the plays that they ran last year and some of the looks that they had last year for Colin Summers here with Cadman. So he has really impressed the Sharpsville coaching staff and his teammates. So, yeah, been great quarterback play for Sharpsville. And like you said, Jaden White, he's the real deal. He can hit a home run on every play, so to speak. And we saw a couple of those against Girard when we were here 3 weeks ago.
And, of course, a couple of weeks back, part of the Greenville game, Aiden losing his father, Ben, suddenly, and, him being able to come out and play that night, the day after that it happened, and then the team rallying around him. And granted,
Yes.
Greenville ended up winning that night over Sharp, so it showed you, Aiden, his fortitude to go out and honor his father, who, of course, was a heck of a guy, to go and do that. And also how the team and the program and the community rallied around him and the family. It says a lot about him, the family, and this football program.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, right? And, that's it certainly shows a lot about him. And I love the way you said that he came out here that night, he honored his father, and certainly the rest of this season will no doubt be about that. And, that's one of the things that we love about high school sports is so often, something a player or a community goes through. People rally around sports, and it's a way for people to, kind of forget about the awful things that are going on and come out and enjoy the pageantry of this, the competition of this, and certainly the Sharpsville team has certainly done that in the last 3 weeks.
Cadman this year's thrown for 259 yards and 3 touchdowns this year. Top target, Aiden Pushgar, 5 catches for 85 yards. Caught 10 passes last year, and of course the backfield, we mentioned Jaden White, but how about Gino Curry, the freshman fullback? He had a breakout night on opening night against Girard.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, he was like, that's a 14-year-old running those 17-year-olds over. I think one of us made that comment that night, and he's 5'11", he's 210. You can tell he spent a lot of time in the weight room, and just a kind of strong-willed player that is looking to run you over, and he's going to get better and better and better.
Sharpsville and Reynolds tonight here on 790 WPIC. Don't forget, after the game, as always, the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. When we come back, we will visit with the head coaches. Chris had a chance to chat with Reynolds head coach Josh Small and Sharpsville head coach Paul Piccarelli here on homecoming at Sharpsville. As the band is doing its pregame routine right now, they'll have the coronation of the court later tonight as well. So a lot of excitement here in a big game as well. First place at stake. We'll be back with more after this on 790 WPIC.
Around here, football is more than a sport. It's a way of life. Think in a game. Support our teams. It's the best entertainment in town. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank. I'm hungry.
Well, I know just the place to go.
We got what I like.
Oh, yeah.
Win. Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win-win.
Speaking of win, they've got gaming, too, so you can
Win.
Come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all three. Bay's Pub and Grill has just what you want. So come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Bay's Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
Picture this. You're with a group of friends, and someone offers you a pill. You don't know what's in that pill. The person who gave it to you may not even know. By taking it, you may increase your risk of an overdose. every day. Nearly 300 Americans die from a drug overdose. Get the facts. Be your own advocate.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage VA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results, lightning fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minutemen Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minutemen Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
On 790 WPIC, and I'm joined by Reynolds head coach Josh Mull. And coach, a 3-0 start, but as we were talking a little bit off air, not the cleanest 3-0 start, but just have to be happy being 3-0.
Yeah, a win's a win. You know, wins are wins, wins are wins. But you know, the big thing is when you have a team that wants to set expectations for themselves, they have to clean those things up. They were ugly at best. You know, we've been doing a good job keeping teams in the game with us. We went up to Eisenhower and we had a really crappy first half. Turnovers, penalties, and we went in at halftime 0-0. And I said, listen, we got to get rid of that stuff if we're going to have a shot, and we got to go out and take care of business. We did that in the second half. Maplewood was abysmal. I told the guys, I said, if we continue to play like that, we're going to get beat sooner than later. And we went to Mercer and it was a lot of the same things. You know, we came out lucky. We came out on the lucky end, you know. There were some things here and there, but you can't be happy with what we put on the board except for the fact that there's W's in the win column. The biggest thing is, you know, we haven't hit our stride yet, and we talk about that all week long, that we have to start getting together and really start clicking, play our brand of football, try to have a perfect game.
You know, I'm looking at your starting offense. You know, you got 4 juniors playing the skill positions that, you know, again, there's been some mistakes, there's been some turnovers, but there's also been some really electric moments.
Oh, for sure. You know, last week Parker Ney had a huge game, catching the ball, running the ball a little bit here. Gabe carried the ball well last week. The biggest, I don't want to call it a disappointment, but I think in his mind, the biggest disappointment maybe last week was Xavier didn't have as electric of a game as he wanted to have. But the thing is, that's the thing of the sport, of any team sport. You know, when you're off, somebody else has got to pick it up. And last week that was Parker. You know, he stayed in the pocket. He felt like there was pressure, and he got the ball to Parker, and Parker made some things happen for us.
Looking down the field at your opponent tonight, you know, obviously a Sharpsville program that, you know, whatever it is, they've accomplished it, right? And you know, a coaching staff that's been together for lots and lots of years. You came here last year in a non-region game and put up a good fight against this team. What are some of your thoughts against a Sharpsville team that has a lot of you know, new starters?
It's old school. You know, it's definitely an old school feel, an old school Sharpsville. You know, more wing T sets than the spread. A lot less to prepare for defensively in terms of reads. You know, Colin Summers did a wonderful job running the read options, running the zone, and running jet and reading it. And it's not that this young man can't do that. It's just that, you know, that's something that comes with the experience of being on the field. And as the season progresses, I guarantee that Coach Pick puts some of those things back in. You know, it could be tonight, but what they do well, and they execute. And that's the biggest thing we got to do. We have to play hard, we have to play fast, and read our keys.
Coach, I always appreciate catching up with you. I feel like I learn a little bit more about football every time I talk to you. So thanks for taking a couple minutes with us. Good luck tonight, and good luck as you head into the middle of the season here.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for giving us some coverage.
Appreciate that. All right. Thanks, Josh. You got it. Those are the thoughts of Reynolds head coach Josh Mull as he gets his Raiders ready for this showdown here at Sharpsville. Pre-game continues on 790 WPIC.
bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they're proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection. I'm stylish.
I'm classic. I'm extremely sarcastic.
I'm in love with this band.
I'm the #1 fan.
I'm a musical genius.
Let your t-shirt do the talking. We've got just the message you're looking for.
Need a customized t-shirt? Then stop at 2J's&B Custom Screen Printing in Hermitage. From your favorite prints to customized t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Shop 2J's&B Custom Screen Printing with big city design right here at home. 2J's&B Custom Screen Printing on East State Street in Hermitage.
My car does more to take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, Flagship City Insurance Company, Home Office Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, Home Office in Rochester, New York. Equal Opportunity Insurance.
Agriculture is more than a business. It's a way of life. My bank understands agriculture. They're local. They're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with, in good times and bad, whether or not.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Heritage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
By Sharpsville head coach Paul Piccarelli. And Coach, I guess you could say maybe a strange week after a late forfeit against Kennedy. That had to be kind of a bummer, maybe even worse than a loss heading into this week. Just not playing a game that you thought you were going to play until Thursday.
Well, unfortunately, they let us know Thursday night. So if they let you know Friday of the week before, you have a chance to pick up a team. Yes. And I'd rather play a game against a tougher team and lose than have a forfeit. I mean, the kids are out here to play football, and that's what you want. But things happen. I understand it. So actually, we had an extra day to practice for Reynolds then, and got healthy. So it's a good thing in one aspect.
Right. Yeah. Again, you had that obviously that nice win against Girard to start the season, and then that tough game against Girard when your team was kind of playing with a heavy heart. But speaking of heavy hearts, you got to be pleased with the quarterback Aiden Cadman's coming around.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he bailed us out this year. If we didn't have him, it would have been deep trouble. We would have ran the ball 100% of the time instead of like those 60% we're doing now. But he had a tough week 2 weeks ago against Greenville with his dad passing, and it was very difficult for our team, even into the week after. But he seems to be doing super. The kids are all behind him, and I think we're going to be okay.
Looking down the field at this Reynolds team, a team that I went to say hello to Coach Mull, and he was grumping about everything. I'm like, Coach, remember you're 3-0, so yeah, they're 3-0, but haven't really played a perfect game, at least according to their coach. What are some of the things you see with Reynolds?
Well, their starting 11 is very good, and the nice thing about his thing is they're all juniors, so he's got a good couple years to look at positive things. They've been making mistakes like us during the game, and when you turn the ball over that many times, it could be a factor on who wins the game. But we definitely have to stop their quarterback and their halfback, without a doubt. I mean, those two make everything go. Mercer had some ability to stop them last week. I don't know if it was because of weather or what, but that's what we have to do. If we can do that, move the ball and at least switch field position, and I'll be happy.
Right. Coach, kind of an odd situation here. It's week 4, your third game. Got celebrating your seniors tonight because your only other home game is late in the season against Punxsutawney. Don't want to count on that one. So just talk a little bit about your seniors.
Well, we had first of all we had 4 games total, and then we always give one West Middlesex on their place. So we have a 5-game road trip after this. But our seniors, Cadman, and we have 13 seniors. So we're very dominant by the senior class, offensive, defensively. A lot of them are playing mainly for the first year, but as long as they're athletic and they're talented and they pay attention, I'll take them all the time. But it's going to be a battle. I think we're very evenly matched. So I'm hoping that we can get a couple big plays, bust this thing open.
Coach, always great talking to you. Certainly good luck tonight in this home game that could be one of your last ones here early in the season, and certainly good luck as you make the turn into this 5-game road trip.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
yes.
Chris. All right, thanks. Talk to you later. All right, yep, thanks. Those are the thoughts. Sharpsville head coach Paul Piccarelli as he gets his team ready for this big region showdown against Reynolds. Pre-game continues on 790 WPIC.
Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win-win.
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can win.
Come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all 3. Bay's Pub and Grill has just what you want. So come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Bay's Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
And we are back here at Sharpsville. Ryan Briggs, Chris Birch with you tonight on 790 WPIC. Aaron Byro producing tonight's game. And it's now time for the starting lineups. The Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineups. Brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail of Hermitage. For all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs, check them out. That's Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail of Hermitage. First for Sharpsville on offense, the Blue Devils are led by quarterback Aiden Cadman. Cadman 6 feet 180, a senior. The halfback is Jaden White, 5'9", 170, a senior. Fullback Gino Curry, 5'11", 210, a freshman. The wingback Hayden McPheeters, 6 feet 220, a senior. Split end is Aiden Pushkar, 5'11", 145, a senior. The tight end is Antonio Cornejo, 6 feet 225, a senior. The tackles are Makai Lindsay, 6'1", 310, a senior, and TJ Locklear, 6'4", 370, a senior. The guards, Brian White, 5'10", 275, a senior, and Jordan White, 5'10", 230, a sophomore. The center is Colton Spangler, 6'4", 250, a senior. The Reynolds defense, it is a 4-3 alignment. The ends are Rocky Flaw, 6'2", 210, a junior, and Maddox Snyder, 5'10", 200, junior. The defensive tackle, Casey Russick, 6 feet 275, a junior. The noseman, Trenton Wilson, 5'10", 365, a sophomore. Linebackers on strong side, Brady Nealon, 5'8", 160, a sophomore. Gabe Manjarez, the middle linebacker, 5'9", 190, a junior. Jacob Blackburn, the weak side backer, 6 feet 150, a junior. 4 juniors in the secondary. The corners are Parker Ney, 5'7", 160, and Giovanni Guarino. Guarino is 5'10", 160. The strong safety, Xavier Zekrich, 5'8", 180, a junior. Jake Russ, the free safety, 5'9", 155. The Reynolds offense, Zekrich is the quarterback, Manjarez is the running back, Ney the slot back, Rust and Guarino are the receivers, Flaw is the tight end, Jack Nugent at left tackle, 6'1", 225, a sophomore, Aiden Russick, left guard, 5'10", 235, a freshman, Snyder is the center, Christian Mull, 5'8", 160, will start at right guard, he's a sophomore, Casey Russick at right tackle. Sharpsville adjusting its defense tonight, going to a 4-2-5 look against this Reynolds defense. The ends are Brian White and Cornejo. The tackles are Locklear and Jordan White. Inside linebackers are McPheeters and Brennan Huffman. Huffman, a sophomore, 5'7", 140. The monster, which is a hybrid position, Caleb Concar, 6'2", 170. He is a sophomore. Corners are Pushkar and Will Vogan. Vogan, a junior, 5'8", 145. Cadman's the strong safety. Jaden White is the free safety. Reynolds on the road tonight in the white jerseys, blue numbers and letters, silver pants, blue and silver trim. Sharpsville in the home blues, white numbers and letters, blue pants, white helmets with a red stripe down the middle. Chris, should be a lot of fun tonight. here at Sharpsville High School. First place at stake. Whoever wins this is going to be 2-0 and at least a half game ahead of in first.
Yeah, how about that? And, again, kind of a really good old-fashioned Mercer County rivalry feel to kind of the what we call the small schools in Mercer County. But both have, amazing football programs, have accomplished, unbelievable things over the past 20 or 30 years, and certainly even in the past 10. So yeah, should be a great night with first place in the region on the line.
Round Piccarilli to kick off, and we're underway. Kick angle to the near side, fielded by Jacob Blackburn, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line as Will Vogan knocks him out of bounds. We're underway after that short kickoff here at McCracken Field.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was trying to pooch the kick, but it was right to Michael McLaren. He's a pretty good athlete, and McLaren able to catch it clean and then pick up probably, 5 yards or so on the return. So, yeah, not bad.
So the run back by Blackburn out to the 35-yard line. Reynolds will have it 1st and 10. Working on the near left hash. Moving left to right to left here in the first quarter. Quarterback Xavier Zachrich in the shotgun. He'll be in the shotgun most of the night, if not all night. Has Manjaris to his left, and the give is to Manjaris. Trying to sweep around the right side. Gets outside. He's the 40 to 45. Manjaris breaks a tackle, tiptoeing the sideline, then is blasted out of bounds by Jaden White along the far sideline. But Manjaris across midfield down to the Sharpsville 43-yard line. A pickup of 22 yards on the first carry of the night.
Yeah, and that's what we talk about with the big play ability of this Reynolds offense. Manjaris just turning the corner and just absolutely no Sharpsville players in the vicinity. Some good blocking down the field, and Manjaris showing the Jets off there.
They'll give him 23 to the 42 on the first play of the game. Manjaris ran for 828 yards last year. He's over 400 yards this season now after that run.
Yeah.
Two receivers to the left. Zachrich will give it to Manjaris, trying to sweep on the left side, and he will be brought down right at the 40-yard line by Jordan White, who played middle linebacker last year. He's moved to defensive tackle this week, and looking right at home, it's a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, great job by White. He just kind of went, almost did kind of a lateral movement down the line of scrimmage, threw off a block, and was able to get to Manjaris before he was able to get going, which is the key with him. Once he gets going, forget it.
2nd and 9 at the 41, just underway here at Sharpsville. Reynolds with the open drive of the game. Rust wide left. Nay in the slot to the left, two receivers right. Zachrich will keep it on a quarterback lead play, looking to get field, gets around Cornejo, and he'll be chopped down at the 33-yard line by the free safety, Jaden White. Zachrich, the leading rusher among quarterbacks in the area, and a nice gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, absolutely. No surprise that he is the leading rusher amongst quarterbacks in the area, as he is next level fast. And that time that was a designed quarterback run, went right off of the right off tackle there, and was able to get a little bit of a head of steam and make this 3rd and very manageable for the Raiders.
3rd and a long yard from the 33.5-yard line. Garino wide left as a flanker. Two receivers to the right, Nay in the slot. And the give is to Manjaris. He is going to be hit by Hayden McFeeters, and Huffman will help finish him off. It's going to be no gain, maybe even loss of a half yard on the play. And Reynolds will now have 4th down and close to 2 as we approach the 10-minute mark. It will be a loss of a half yard. 4th and 2 coming up for Reynolds.
Big time play by the Sharpsville defenses. They were just able to kind of throw all of the blocks off of them. Absolutely no push whatsoever by the guys up front in white. And Sharpsville right there to stuff it. And yeah, gone from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 2.
Garino wide left, Rocky Flaw tight left on the wide side of the field. Zachrich in the shotgun, 4th and 2. Long count, and he will keep it over the left side. Looking to get outside, and he does. Zachrich has running room to the 25, the 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5, and is he in? Yes, he's in. Touchdown, Xavier Zachrich on 4th and 2, 34-yard run. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, he was off to the races. A couple of Sharpsville players had a shot at him behind the line of scrimmage. But once he made the turn kind of into the linebacking core, there was absolutely nobody in a blue shirt anywhere near him, and it just became a sprint to the end zone. And in that case, when it's a sprint, you're not catching.
Gerardo Hernandez first-year kicker, member of the soccer team. Kick is mishandled. Now Zachrich picks it up. He's rolling right. He'll throw it, and it's a one-hopper into the end zone. The conversion fails, and thus it is still 6-0. But Reynolds has the lead, 6-0, thanks to the 34-yard touchdown run by Xavier Zachrich, capping 5-play, 65-yard drive. We'll take a break, come back with the kickoff on News Talk 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Brand new kitchen from Warner's Homes and Improvements. We create new kitchens. We buy direct from the manufacturers using top quality materials with no shortcuts. The latest in style and functionality for a fair price. Call Warner's today and get inspired. Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or online at warnersconstruction.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
9:32 to go first quarter. The touchdown drive for the Reynolds Raiders. 5 plays, 65 yards. Set up by the kick return out to the 35.
Yeah.
And Mignar's the big run started, and then Zachrich a big run to end at 34 yards of the touch.
Really, you got it. Those are the 3 plays, right? Pretty good return there by Jacob Blackburn, and then 2 long runs by the exciting running back Mignar's and quarterback Zachrich. And Reynolds is on the board.
Maddox Snyder to kick off. It goes back to the 15-yard line. Jaden White with it for Sharp, so up the middle. White to the 25, to the 30, into the open. There goes Jaden White. He's the 30. Jaden White to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Sharpsville. Jaden White, 85 yards. We're tied at 6.
They got to get this homecoming crowd fired up here at Sharpsville. Oh boy, and Reynolds marches right down the field, and you're thinking, oh man, it might be a long night for Sharpsville. But when you got to play like Jaden White, he can do things like that. And yeah, he started down the sideline. That was cut off. He cut back into the middle, and there were just no white shirts there. And then he just out-sprinted everyone to the end zone. And Sharpsville, just like that, ties this up with the opportunity to take the lead on the extra point.
And it will be Rylan Piccarilli to attempt the extra point. Piccarilli, a member of the homecoming court here at Sharpsville. And there is a new holder this week, and it's number 24 who is not listed on the roster. Snap is good. Piccarilli's kick is shanked, and it will land in the end zone, and thus we remain tied at 6 with 9:20 to go in the first quarter. And boy, Chris, this has been quite the start here.
Yeah, really. I mean, we've had 4 long plays here. The kick return by Reynolds, and then the 2 long runs, and now that unbelievable kickoff return. Sharpsville right back on the board. So, yeah, found out who 24 was?
Logan Kent.
All right, there it is.
So the conversion fails, and it remains tied at 6 here with 9:20 to go in the first quarter. Don't forget, of course, later tonight when we sign off, Aaron Byro, Darren Steele, Art Shannon have the Warner Homes and Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show, and if this first 240 is any indication, they're going to have a lot to talk about just about this game.
Yeah, I mean, just an unbelievable. I used the word, I broke it out for the first time all season. I used the word electric when I was talking to Coach Mull, and certainly we have seen 3 absolutely electric plays due by the Reynolds Raiders on their short touchdown drive, and then really electric on the kick return by the Sharpsville Blue Devils, Jaden White. So here we go. How's Reynolds answer?
Of course, Jaden White had a kickoff return last year in week 2 against Titus. So it was also 85 yards. So he matches that here and ties the game at 6. 9:20 to go in the first quarter here at McCracken Field. Piccarilli will kick off. And deep for Reynolds are Zachrich and Ney, 2 very dangerous return men. You can see why they kicked off short last time, but it gave Reynolds good field position. It's it's a darn if you do, darn if you don't type deal.
It's tricky for both teams on these kickoffs.
This one pooch to the near side again, and Blackburn will let it go over his head, and Parker Ney fields it back as 18 along the near sideline. Ney is going to be belted out of bounds right about the 33-yard line as Jordan White downfield on the kick team. will be Reynolds putting the ball in play about a yard and a half shy of where the first drive began at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Parker Ray made one nice little move down the sideline, able to pick up some nice little chunk of yards there, but took a pop, and a nice job by the official running over and saying, hey, I was just a legal hit. You went all the way to the fence because there's only a couple of feet along the sideline, so good job of officiating and diffusing a potential situation there.
1st and 10, Reynolds at 34 on the near left hash mark. Low snap and a flag thrown. It's going to be false start. A couple of Reynolds men were a little bit early in getting going. That's the first flag of the night. Reynolds will be pushed back 5 yards. It's now 1st and 15 for the Raiders.
Yeah, just something was off about that play right from the start. And then the snap went about halfway back, and about half of the line had already taken off, and 4 flags went up. So everybody that has a flag threw one.
Now 1st and 15 back at the 29-yard line. Reynolds moving right to left in the first half towards the scoreboard end here at McCracken Field. Greeno wide right as a flank. Flaw the tight end to the right. 2 receivers, Ney and Blackburn to the near side. And the give is to Minjares. Gabe Minjares trying to get upfield, but he's going to be hit by Hayden McFeeters, the middle linebacker. He's hauled down also on the play. Jordan White once again. A loss on the play for Minjares. Back to the 27. It'll be 2nd down and 17.
Yeah, that was the exact play that Minjares broke for 32 yards in the first drive. And you could see the defense of Sharpsville kind of had just a little bit of a huddle there in between possessions. And Hayden McFeeters was particularly upset. And whatever they talk about, it worked because McFeeters got out there and made that play to blow that play up.
Hayden McFeeters wearing number 0 for Sharpsville, and he told Minjares, you get 0. Zachary back to pass for the first time, throws it downfield. It's caught by Flaw, the tight end at the 40. Rocky Flaw, the converted tackle to tight end. He'll pick up 13. McFeeters on the tackle, but it will be now 3rd and short. Zachrich finding his big tight end.
Zachrich has an arm. You know, we've talked about his athletic ability and his speed, but yeah, running around there kind of looks like Doug Flutie wearing that number 2 and flung it side on there. And yeah, the tight end, Rocky Flaw, was able to catch it clean and pick up a couple of yards falling forward. I like him as tight end.
His 5th catch of the year. It's 3rd down and 4. Ball in the middle of the field at the 40. Zachrich brings Ney in motion from slot right. Give us the Ney on a jet sweep. He'll cut over left guard, breaks tackle, gets upfield, and he's going to have the first down. Brought down at the 45-yard line. Parker Ney able to slip through a crease and pick up 5 on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that jet sweep, he's already going. Ney is already going full speed by the time he has the football. And it's going to take a violent hit to bring him down. And certainly there was a violent hit, but not before he was able to pick up a first down.
7:30 to go, first quarter, tied at 6. Reynolds opened the game with 5-play touchdown drive. Sharpsville returned the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown. All placed at the 46 officially. 1st and 10. Russ wide left. Zachrich in the shotgun, and give is to Minjares over right guard. And he is hit and brought down, as in there is the big tackle combo of Micaiah Lindsay and T.J. Locklear, but Minjares able to swarm forward for a couple of yards.
They picked up a couple of yards, but you know we talk about how just huge Sharpsville's offensive and defensive lines are, and that was why that made it such tough sledding. There was he kind of went right into the teeth of it, and those guys did not get blocked.
It'll be 2nd down and 8, approaching midfield with 6:43 to go, first quarter. Rocky Flaw will deploy wide, first time he's been flanked out tonight. 2 slot men inside of him, Ney and Greeno. Long count, Zachrich will keep it on a quarterback counter over the left side. He is hit by Huffman, spins out of that tackle, but then he will be cut down back at the 47-yard line, as coming downhill is the strong safety, Aiden Cadman, to drop his opposite number.
Yeah.
It'll be a loss of 1. Both men starting at quarterback, both men starting at strong safety.
Yeah, that was a great play by Cadman. It looked very momentarily there like Zachrich was going to be able to break free. But Cadman making a nice tackle, nice fundamental tackle to make sure that didn't happen.
Halfway through the first quarter, tied at 6, 3rd and 9 for Reynolds. Raiders are 1-2 on 3rd down, but of course the touchdown came on 4th and 2. Rust wide left. Ney and Garino wide right as flankers. Ney well off the line of scrimmage. Zachrich back to pass. Zachrich looking, has time, flushed out to the right. On the run looking. Zachrich pulls up the line of scrimmage, now throws it downfield, and it's intercepted. Hayden McFeeters picks it off at the 35. McFeeters up far sideline to 40. The 40 cuts back inside. Snyder goes for a ride and brought down at the 20-yard line is Hayden McFeeters. A run back of 45 yards for the linebacker McFeeters, and Sharpsville will begin this drive on the edge of the McCandless Ford red zone.
How about that? And that's the kind of thing that Coach Moe was talking about. You know, it's just that kind of that idea. He's such a great athlete, Zachrich is, that sometimes he tries to do things that just aren't there. And threw it against his body, and Hayden McFeeters all over that, and made 2 big plays on that drive.
Now there is a flag back upfield near midfield at the 46-yard line on the far sideline. And it's ineligible man downfield. Sharpsville will obviously decline that. So the run back will stand, and Sharpsville will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Reynolds 20-yard line.
Yeah, in the whole history of obviously decline that penalty, that might be number 1 of all time. Because, yeah, that's what a great play. You can see I love it. I love watching little details like that. Hayden McFeeters very upset after the Reynolds touchdown, coming to the sideline, exhorting himself and exhorting his teammates, and then he goes out and makes 2 great plays on that defensive stand there, and the second one, of course, being a interception and a turnover.
3rd pick of the season thrown by Zachrich. McFeeters his 1st interception. And now the first offensive play of the night for Sharpsville, lining up in the Delaware wing tee. Split backs behind Kedman. For Jaden White and Curry, and the give is to White on a lead play over the right side. White stumbles forward down to the 14-yard line, as it was Blackburn getting just enough of him to bring him down, but Jaden White with a nice gain of about 5.5 on his first carry of the night.
Yeah. Do you see it this way too, Ryan? Jaden White, you know, we saw him in game 1. Here it is, game 4, 3 weeks later. And he's just getting more and more confident and more downhill and tougher to bring down. I said it that night that he's had a good career, but you could just see him having an unbelievable breakout senior season, and I think he's on his way.
He is directly behind the quarterback cabin in the fullback spot. Curry's the halfback. McFeeters the wing right as well. And they give us the same play, lead play. White picking his way back over right guard and leans forward. Needed the 10 for the first down, and he's going to be about a foot short on the play. Brought down by the nose tackle in there, Trenton Wilson. And White will be just a little shy. 3rd down and probably about the width of your hand, Chris.
Yeah. Give Blackburn credit for stopping him for getting a first down, as he took an absolute pop, but was able to hold his ground and bring him down. So that brings up a 3rd down and very short.
3rd and inches, double tight set. White flanker left. Pushkar wide right. Curry, the fullback, directly behind Cadman. That gives to Curry on a wedge play. And Curry stacked up, and now the pile will move forward. Curry still moving. The pile surging towards the goal line, and Gino Curry is in. Touchdown, Sharpsville. The short yardage play, and Gino Curry, instead of giving a yard, he gets the whole thing. Touchdown, Devils.
Yeah, that's a 14-year-old doing that. As he got spun around, he got backwards, and that almost allowed him to pick up some traction, because he started to dig in going backwards, and he was able to push a pile that really was not in a good position to stop him. And Gino Curry, just like that, another big play for the Blue Devils.
Gino Curry's 4th touchdown run of the season, and now the Blue Devils will go for 2. Jaden White will line up slot right inside of Pushkar. McFeeters is a wing left next to tight end Antonio Cornejo. The 2-point attempt. Curry the single back. Cadman, 3-step drop. Looking, flushed out to his right. Cadman looking, rolling. Lobs into the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Parker Ney got a hand in there, Chris.
Yep, Parker Ney knocked it away. Good job by him dropping into coverage and not trying to get an interception, what doesn't matter.
12-6 the lead for Sharpsville. 3:51 to go first quarter. We'll be back to kickoff on 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
has relied on one name for all their insurance needs, Mailer Insurance. Through generations, Mailer Insurance protected families, homes, and businesses, providing security in uncertain times. From auto and home to life and business, Mailer Insurance got you covered. Call Mailer Insurance today at 724-962-5757 for a free consultation, or visit them at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. A Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
3:51 to go first quarter. Sharpsville with its first lead of the night. Each team has scored on its first offensive possession of the night. Of course, Sharpsville, the kickoff return sprinkled in.
Yeah.
And now we'll get our third look at the Reynolds offense.
Yeah, this is certainly shaping up. We saw this a little bit last week with the Mercer Reynolds game, a high scoring one. Looks like this one's going to be too.
Kickoff angle to the near side, fielded by Jacob Blackburn at the 27, and he will step out of bounds just past the 30-yard line. So again, Reynolds will begin a drive past his own 30-yard line.
Yeah, good smarts again there by Blackburn. He caught one. He caught the two that were right to him. He let the other one go and get to Parker Ney behind him. He's just kind of caught it, picked up maybe 4, 5, 6 yards, and stepped out of bounds both times. Nice job by Jacob Blackburn. So what Reynolds has dialed up as even though they turned it over last time, they've certainly shown a propensity to move the football.
1st and 10 for Reynolds, ball at the 32-yard line. Ney motion from left to right, and movement thrown by the headlinesman across the way. It is a false start against Reynolds, and the Devils will be the Raiders set back 5 yards. Their second penalty of the night.
Yeah, and that's we heard Coach Mull talk about it. They're 3-0, but they're doing the kinds of things that you don't beat the best teams on your schedule doing, turning the ball over and committing those pre-snap penalties, and we've seen it all already here for Reynolds that Coach was talking about.
Full slate of action. Actually, not tonight. Just 5 games in the area, but a lot in District 10. Yeah. Chris will have some updates for us here. Other Region 1 games, Farrell and Mercer tonight. Wilmington is in action tomorrow. The Greyhound head coach, Brandon Fillion, listening on his way here to come scout and watch his father-in-law's team.
Yeah.
That, of course, being Paul Piccarilli. Zachrich over the right side gets back some of the penalty yardage brought down by Jordan White at the 30. Gain of 3 for Zachrich, who will bring up 2nd and 12 for the Raiders.
Yeah, did Reynolds need that as a... Oh, no, okay.
Yeah, the only thing they got 3.
Okay.
I
thought that was... but no.
2nd and 11 at the 30 now. 3:16 to go. Clock moving in the first quarter. Zachrich with Yaris to his right. Ney slot left inside of Rust. 4-man front for Sharpsville. Ney in motion from left to right, and the give is to Ney. Now he'll cut up the middle on the jet sweep. Ney is wrapped up after a modest gain, and a flag comes in at the end of the play. Perhaps a face mask. We'll see. Brennan Huffman, the inside linebacker, helping to bring him down. Cadman is also in the neighborhood. The officials will get together and talk about the infraction.
Yeah, you can see there's...
the clock is running, and it should not be.
There we go.
And they lost about 20 seconds, Chris.
Yeah.
They finally... Yeah, I think they have to fix the clock, too. But good 20 seconds ran off the end of the play.
Right.
Penalty is face mask. It's a 5-yard penalty. Of course, high school football is the only level in which there's the 5-yard face mask still. And there'll be 5 yards tacked onto the end of the run, and it remains 2nd down also.
Yeah, that was, again, Sharpsville's defense has really settled in and was making some plays. It gives a little bit of momentum back here. Reynolds, big third down play.
Second down, Chris, because of the face mask. The board's wrong. It's second down. Ney in motion right to left. Give Minjars. Minjars around right end. He has the first down, and he will tiptoe out of bounds with Caleb Honkar in pursuit on the far side, but Minyares converts on 2nd and 4.
Yeah, the chain gang had it wrong too, but Minyares makes it a moot point as he picks up the first down on that 2nd down run.
Gain of 10 for Gabe Minyares. Minyares 6 carries, 33 yards tonight. Ran for 23 on the first play of the game.
Yeah.
Reynolds moving right to left, ball just shy of the 48, approaching midfield. 2:19 to go, first quarter. Ney and Garino wide left, Flaw tight end to the left. Zachrich in the shotgun, and he will keep it, go over the left side, follows his running back Majares. Zachrich brought down just past midfield at the 48 of Sharpsville, pick up a 4 for Xavier Zachrich.
Yeah, he was able to pick up a 4 there, just kind of sheer effort. And, again, I felt this way, 3 weeks ago at the Girard game, when Sharpsville's is challenged a bit physically, they really answer. They are playing so much harder right now than they did on that first drive of the game, as you just see blue jerseys flying around everywhere.
Second down and 6 for Reynolds, just past midfield now. 2 receivers left, both off the line of scrimmage as flankers. Flaw tight end to the left. Zachrich will get the snap, give it to Minjars on a delay. Trying to get around right end, and he does. Minjars far side of the 40 to the 35, and knocked out of bounds by Aiden Cadman on the far side. But Gabe Minjars picks up his second first down of the drive, and the Reynolds Raiders are on the move again.
Yeah, when he takes that pitch and gets to the outside, if the linebacker isn't there, if the linebacker is blocked, there just isn't anybody else there, because Reynolds has flooded the zone on the other side with the receivers, and they're just completely out of the play. So the times that's worked, that's what it's looked like.
Pick up of 14 on the play. Reynolds is a team now, 104 rushing yards through 10.5 minutes.
Wow.
Same formation, 2 receivers left, Flaw tight to left, and Zachrich on a quarterback sweep around the right side. Zachrich far sideline to the 20, to the 15. Zachrich diving for the pylon, but he stepped out of bounds back upfield. However, he's going to have enough for another first down. The 6th first down of the night already for Reynolds, and it's going to be 1st and 10 or 1st and goal. We'll see where they put the ball down. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 11.
Yeah.
Zachrich runs for 23.
Yeah, that was a design quarterback run right from the start, and basically trying to expose that same spot on the field that Minjars ran through the last time.
He's next to Zachrich in the shotgun. The give is to Minjars. Finds a little bit of a crease. Bounces off of Brian White, and then is finally brought down at about the 5-yard line. In on the stop is going to be Roman Massey, the freshman linebacker, who we called his name a lot back in week 1 against Girard, but a tough run inside. It'll be 2nd and 4th, 11 with a minute to go in the first quarter.
Hey, that was the first time that we've seen the Reynolds offensive line get a big push against Sharpsville, big Sharpsville D-line, and that's an interesting development there.
2nd and 4 at the 5. Zachrich in the shotgun. Has Minjars to his right. 2 receivers left along with the tight end Flaw. Zachrich will take it over the right side, and Zachrich is in. Touchdown Reynolds. Xavier Zachrich, his 2nd touchdown run of the night. We are tied at 12 with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, there they were, right? Ryan Zachrich and Minjars just kind of marching up the field behind a Reynolds offensive line that was certainly energized on that drive. So great answer by the Reynolds Raiders.
8 plays, 68 yards on the drive. It used 3:14, and now Hernandez, whose first attempt was aborted due to problems with the snap, looking to break this 12-12 tie, kicking at the goalpost to the left. Snap is low. The kick is even just about as low. It's no good. And we remain tied at 12 with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll come back with a Reynolds kickoff after this on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Minutemen Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minutemen Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning fast turnaround. Next level, elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minutemen Press today. Minutemen Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemenpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
12-12, 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ryan Briss, Chris Birch with you tonight. Aaron Byron back in the studio. Reynolds and Sharp, so it's
this is
we
great.
expected an entertaining game, but I think we're getting even more than we bargained for.
We sure are. Yeah, no doubt about it. And I mean, this is just basically a situation that right now neither defense can stop the offense. I mean, that's, you know, maybe that's a little bit of an oversimplification, but you know, Sharpsville with a kick return for a touchdown, and then a drive right down the field where they scored. And Reynolds, 2 of their 3 possessions, they have you know, kind of marched right down the field and scored relatively easily. So one of the defenses here has got to step up.
Maddox Snyder will kick off. Kicking from right to left, which last time he kicked off, Jaden White took 85 yards for a touchdown. And the kick is pooched to the far side, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. We'll see where it's marked out. And normally when a kick goes out of bounds, a team can take it at the 35-yard line. This one actually going to mark it out of bounds at the 30, but so it looks like it's going to come out to the 35 anyway. So you get the 35 or 5 yards from where it went out of bounds.
Right.
In this case, it probably is going to be the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so 33.6 seconds left.
Or they're going to ask for a free kick maybe, Chris.
Okay.
So that's not something you see too
No,
often. But, hey, if I have Jaden White returning kicks,
right,
I'm going to tell them, you kick again.
That's right. Yeah, 35 is nice, but getting the ball into White's hands is even better. So, yeah, let's see.
The penalty is considered illegal procedure, so it's a 5-yard mark-off back to the 35. And everybody in the Sharpsville receiving unit comes forward 5 yards. White and Will Logan are back at the 20-yard line, or in that general neighborhood. And Maddox Snyder will try it again. This kick angled to the far side, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 37, 38-yard line.
We're going to do it again?
We'll see what Paul Piccarilli says. I think he's saying push it back.
Yep.
And so we'll have a third kickoff upcoming, this one from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, saying you're either going to kick it to White or you're going to push it in bounds. We're going to do this all night. I love it.
We have lights, right?
Yes.
And they're starting to take a hold. They're starting to take hold here at McCracken Field.
There's just something about this setting, isn't there? With the pine trees around the stadium and the right in the smack in the middle of a neighborhood. One of my favorite just kind of geographic places in the whole area to call a football game, to watch a football game from.
Snyder will try this again, angled far side, and Jaden White goes back to his 27 and fields it. White working in the middle of the field. White is going to be brought down shy of the 35-yard line. So actually it works out for Reynolds after all that. Sharps is going to have the ball a little shy of the 35-yard line. Actually, will give him maybe the 36, but all things considered, the Raiders can't be too displeased.
Raiders can't be too displeased, but you know what? Sharpsville will gamble that way all night. They want Jaden White to have as many opportunities as possible to return kickoffs. So, okay, they didn't quite work out. They're, not 9 yards behind where they would have been, but they'll take that because he got another shot at it.
Ball at the 34, and that's where this drive will begin. Tied at 12, 26 seconds to go in the first quarter here at Sharpsville. Along with Chris Birch, I'm Ryan Briggs. Aaron Byra producing our game. Also, hello to everybody watching via Facebook, Sports Radio 96.7, our Facebook page of video tonight. So I think things are working pretty well with that. I've not gotten any indications that they're not, but seems to be.
Yeah.
Split backs behind Cadman. Turn, the give is to Jaden White, trying to get around right end. He's cut off by Brady Nealon. White pops out of there and will get out close to the 45-yard line. Jaden White looked like it was going to be a short gain, but able to escape the grip of Brady Nealon.
Actually, did he escape it? I think he just kind of took him for a ride there because he ended up making the tackle. He's, again, he is just so confident right now when he gets the football that you can't tackle. You can see he kind of has that confidence, that swagger, whatever you want to call it, that every time he gets the football, he doesn't think you can tackle him.
20 seconds to go, first quarter, second and very short for Sharpsville. Cornejo tight right, McFeeters is a wing to the left. Split backs behind quarterback Aiden Cadman. Gets the snap from Spangler, give to White on a lead play. White has the first down and more into Reynolds territory, the pile moving forward. And finally, Jaden White is brought down at the 43-yard line by Maddox Snyder and Brady Nealon. It'll go as a pickup of 13 for Jaden White on what may very well be the final play of the first quarter.
White so patient, picking his way through those through those gaps that the offensive line is creating for him. And what a heck of a first quarter this was, Ryan Briggs.
Tied at 12 after 12 minutes. Chris and I will come back with the second quarter after this. Sharpsville and Reynolds in a good one here on News Talk 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 967 Facebook.
Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit HermansWater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman, when taste matters.
Great work, Smith. In appreciation of your hard work, please accept this plaque of recognition.
Awards.
Ball team.
Trophies.
Trophies.
Recognition.
The engraving plate makes personalized plaques and trophies for all your recognition of excellence needs. Thousands of designs for any occasion. Visit them at 1945 East 8th in Hermitage.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Second quarter about to get underway. McCracken Field, Sharpsville and Reynolds tied at 12. Blue Devils now go right to left in the second quarter in the blue jerseys. White numbers and letters, blue pants, white helmets. For the Devils, Reynolds on the road, white tops, blue numbers and letters, silver pants, silver and blue trim. First and 10 of the Reynolds 43. Aiden Cadman turn, give Jaden White. White bursts over the left side and then is going to be brought down at about the 40-yard line as Casey Russick, the defensive tackle, brings down Jaden White, who will pick up about 4 on the play. It'll be second down.
Can you say somebody had a touchdown saving tackle at the line of scrimmage? Because Russick might have stopped the touchdown there. Had he been able to cut back against that tackle in the open field, he probably would have been gone.
Instead, he picks up 4 to the 40, bringing up second down and 6. We're just underway in the second quarter. Chris has a cavalcade of scores. Of course, at halftime, Aaron and Darren have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update, but Chris will give us a few appetizers as time permits. Cadman, turn, give. This time it's going to be White again, cutting back to his right. White to the 35-yard line. And he's going to be a little bit short, then driven back at the end of the play. Trenton Wilson in there. We also see Rocky Flaw in at defensive end making the tackle. Good to see Flaw back after a devastating injury last year. Weren't sure if he'd be able to play again, but out there having a very good junior season.
He just all of a sudden looks kind of fast, and you can tell he not only worked hard to get back for the injury, but worked hard in the weight room. He looks kind of just, he looked like a lineman. Now he looks like a tight end, right? He looks kind of like a, one of those Rob Gronkowski type tight ends out there now, and so good for him.
Third and a yard at the 35-yard line. Push car wide left, double tight set. Jaden White wide right. Single back is Curry. And give the handoff to Curry on the wedge play again. Everybody surging forward, and Curry is going to get a couple, and he'll get the first down. Blackburn and Maddox Snyder in on the tackle, but Gino Curry, who has a touchdown run tonight, able to bowl forward to 32, and Sharpsville is 2 for 2 on third down.
It looked like one of those, those old grainy films of like 1902 football, college football. Just the entire team pushing the pile over the first down yard to gain.
Chris, you have a score to give us.
I sure do. Yeah, the game on 96-7, Hickory and Sharon tied at 7. Greenville continues their surge. They are up 21-0 on Covington.
And here we're tied at 12, 9:50 to go, second quarter, but Sharpsville on the move. Working towards the scoreboard end, going right to left. Cadman back to pass. Three-step drop, pumps, looking downfield. Sets his feet, looking for push car behind the defense. Goes up. It's tipped. He got it. Touchdown, Sharpsville. And push car on the deflection. A 32-yard reception. Touchdown, Sharpsville.
His own deflection. He deflected it to himself. He was able to jump way up there, tip it in all kinds of traffic, double coverage, and he knew right where he had dipped it, ran under it. Great pass thrown by Cadman, and Pushkar making another electric play. We've had a bunch of them tonight.
Sharpsville will go for 2. That drive, 6 plays, 65 yards. It used 2:51. Aiden Cadman, his first touchdown, his first Passelinite goes for a touchdown. His 4th touchdown pass of the season. Pushkar's 2nd score. And now Blue Devils will go for 2.
Yeah, this is the extra points have been, such rough attempts here. You get the feeling if somebody can make one of these, it'd be big.
It's like the family picnic, just count touchdowns. Right now it's 3-2. Cadman will run over the right side on the 2-point attempt, and he is in.
Yep.
The 2-point conversion is good. There you go, Chris.
Yep.
Cadman makes it 20-12 with 9:36 to go in the first half. We will step aside, take a break. Sharpsville with a 20-12 lead. We'll come back with the kickoff on your home for high school football all season long. News Talk 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Since 1908, Herman's Premium Spring Water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer. One free rental, two free bottles. Herman's, when taste matters.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
20-12, the Sharpsville lead after the touchdown pass. Aiden Cadman to Aiden Pushkar. Now the Blue Devils will kick off and look to slow down this Reynolds offense, which has been humming night also.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's certainly been the name so far, is both offensive coaches are high-fiving their players while both defensive coordinators are frustrated with the exact same guys who play on the defense. So, yeah, it's been a very interesting kind of chess match that way. But, that's the thing. Yeah, all of a sudden, Sharpsville now with an 8-point lead. But Reynolds' offense has been able to do pretty much whatever they've wanted to do here so far.
Raiders actually with a 151-85 edge in total yardage. Piccarelli's kick is angled to far side, fielded at the 24-yard line. And coming upfield, that's Manjarez. Manjarez weaving his way through tackles upfield. Manjarez finally brought down near the 45-yard line by Jordan White, but the run back for Gabriel Manjarez, who, of course, leading rusher last year, leading rusher this year. You don't want the ball in his hands either if you're kicking off.
No, that's for sure. And that was a incredibly impressive return, as it looked like Sharpsville had him hemmed in about 4 different times. And he just kind of kept cutting back, kept missing tackles, kept evading the angle, and finally was brought down, but not before he gets it all the way up to the 43.
9:27 to go in the first half, 20-12. Sharpsville on top. Now Reynolds, which is averaging 8 yards a play tonight. Sharpsville averaging 9.5 yards per play. 3 receivers to the right. Flaw is the outside man of the 3. Rustin Garino in the slot. Zachrich in the shotgun with Manjarez to his left. Zachrich, quick drop it out, flushed out to his right. Zachrich is going to run. Zachrich with it, heading upfield. Zachrich is cut down as he dives close to the lead marker for the first down, cut down in the open. But Zachrich is going to pick up 10 and the 8th first down of the night for Reynolds.
Yeah, they're definitely going to spot him beyond the line to gain. You think you have the angle on him. You think you're going to be able to kind of get a clean shot or a clean tackle, but he's already by you. And, you can trip him up or you can maybe bump him off the line, but it's so hard to wrap him up because of his acceleration.
So 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Zachrich 86 yards tonight along with both Reynolds touchdowns. 8:50 to go in the half. Zachrich in the shotgun. Give them Manjarez on a counter play over the right side. Manjarez spins. And then we brought down at the 40-yard line Cornejo and Huffman. But looking like the Washington line of the 80s, the Hogs running the counter tray, bringing the backside guard and tackle.
Yeah, no doubt. Where's Russ Grimm? Yeah, that's a really good analogy there. Good kind of explanation there as this Reynolds offensive line completely undersized, I think you would agree, against this big Sharpsville line.
Yeah, they're not a small unit in terms of against most opponents, but against Sharpsville, they are, but they're doing a nice job.
They're doing a really nice job. Yeah, really fundamental and disciplined.
2nd down and 3 at the 40. Rust wide right on the short side of the field. Two receivers, the tight end flaw to the left. Zachrich back to pass. Zachrich looking downfield, looking for Rust, and it is intercepted. Interception made by Aiden Pushkar inside the 15-yard line. The second takeaway of the night for the Sharpsville defense, and Aiden Pushkar, who caught the touchdown moments ago, now comes up with a catch on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, the first interception, I think Zachrich certainly would have wanted back, and the coaching staff would have wanted him to not throw it. That time, that was just great defense by Sharpsville. Aiden Pushkar going step for step and able to just go up and have the angle at the football and get a big-time interception. So once again, turnovers, a bugaboo for the Reynolds Raiders. Yeah.
Ball spotted at the 10. Sharpsville will have it coming out from its own goal line. First down and 10, leading 20-12. Pushkar, who just had the interception moments ago, will go wide left. Hayden McPheeters wing left. The backs are offset to the left. Curry's behind left tackle, White behind the fullback. On first and 10 from the 10. Turn, and the gives Jaden White. White pops through, White out to the 15. White keeps the legs churning, gets stacked up, and finally brought down by Brady Nealon at the 21-yard line. Rust also in the tackle, but Jaden White gets the Blue Devils some breathing room with an 11-yard run.
Yeah. 11-yard run. Brady Nealon doing a nice job bringing him down, but not before he could do all kinds of damage, pick up a first down, and kind of get Sharpsville out of the shadow of their end zone.
White tonight, now 7 carries for 50 yards. That's the 5th first down of the night for Sharpsville. First and 10, just past the 20, call to 21. McPheeters is a wing to the left. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by Reynolds. First timeout taken by either squad tonight. It comes with 7:22 to go in the half. Sharpsville with a 20-12 lead. Chris and I will come back with more action from McCracken Field after this on 790 WPIC.
As a matter of fact.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. I love you. Get inspiration all year round with a brand new kitchen from Warner's Homes and Improvements. We create new kitchens that dreams are made of. We buy direct from the manufacturer using top quality materials with no shortcuts. The latest in style and functionality for a fair price. Call Warner today and get inspired. Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 Mercer or online at warnerconstruction.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Ryan Briggs, Chris Birch with you. Aaron Myro back in the studio. Don't forget at the half, Aaron will have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update. We're going to have a long halftime here tonight with being homecoming. So we'll have a very special thing at halftime, too. The President's Athletic Conference football report will also air at halftime. And so that'll be a courtesy of Commissioner John Derrico. Westminster opening the season tomorrow against Waynesburg University. Grove City's off.
Yeah.
Teal in action also tomorrow night against W&J. So college football underway, and here we're in week 4 in high school already.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? Yeah, it's things are it's mid-season in high school. Everybody else is just kind of getting started.
Curry, the single back, give to him off right guard. Curry upfield to the 30, dragging men forward. Gino Curry bowling his way out across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Pickup 17 yards for Gino Curry, and back-to-back first down runs for Sharpsville.
Yeah, that was the Earl Campbell jump cut there. While you guys are trying to drag you to the ground, you jump cut and gain another 6 or 7 yards. Earl Campbell used to do that in the 70s and 80s for the Houston Oilers, and Curry doing that right now for the Blue Devils.
As you see a Sharpsville back wearing 32, you think of Dustin Napotnick and the 97 state title team, and I think he would appreciate that running style from Gino Curry, certainly. Give this time is to White following Curry through the hole. Jaden White upfield across the 45, gets driven back, but it'll be a game about 8. Zachrich and Nealon on the tackle. Jaden White picking up 8, and all of a sudden the Sharpsville ground game picking up parcels of yardage.
Yeah, they really are. We've seen Reynolds do that. But certainly now Sharpsville, every time that they hand the ball off to one of those two guys, they pick up a huge chunk. And, Jaden White at times, he looks, when he's in between, it almost looks like he's like doing the triple axel on figure skates or something. and he's just waiting for something to open, and then he just explodes through it, and just getting more and more impressive here.
Curry, the single back, receivers to either side, double tight set, ball in the near left hash, 2nd and 3, and the give is on a delay to Curry over the right side. Curry crashes off right tackle, out to midfield. He'll pick up the first down. Gain of 5 for Gino Curry, and the drive will continue as we're under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Sharpsville leading 20-12, and the Blue Devils are on the move.
Yeah, that was such a delay that Cadman almost didn't get Curry the ball in time, but gave it to him almost beyond the line of scrimmage there. And but somehow Curry was able to grab it and.
Now to 50, the ball is in the middle of the field, both east, west, and north, south. Right in the middle of the field, and the S painted here at the 50-yard line on a warm, late summer night at McCracken Field. Very few clouds tonight. Much better weather than we had last week, Birchie.
Yeah, that's for sure.
1st and 10 at the 50. Double wing give us to Curry on a trap right into the middle of the line, and not much run room that time as in on the tackle for Reynolds. That's going to be Chance Obenreiter rotating in on the defensive line, the 270-pound sophomore. Pickup of a couple for Curry will be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, fun times up at Titusville last week in the rain. Speaking of Titusville, Jackson Cove will become the all-time leading rusher in Titusville history. You and I were certainly impressed with him last week in their game against Grove City.
Titusville taking on Conneaut tonight. You have an update on that?
Yeah,
game?
7-6. Titusville's up.
Okay. For Titusville, a lot of great backs over the years when Buckley Crabb was the head coach. Those great Northwest Conference battles. There was a factor in the playoffs, too, in AAA.
Oh, yeah.
Came on the Sheridan and knocked out the Tigers one year. 2nd and 8, Cadman, 3-step drop, throws a slant, and incomplete. Nearest man to it was Garino, a cornerback, trying to find find Pushkar. Cadman's pass well off the mark. It'll be 3rd and 8.
And I tell you what, Ed Garino caught that. He kind of lost his footing there. If he was able to hold on to that footing, he would have returned that a long, long way. So a break for Sharpsville after a miscommunication between quarterback and receiver. So, yeah, 4:32 to go here in this second quarter. And Sharpsville up 8 and with the football. They would certainly love to score again here and get a two-score lead.
3rd and 8 at the 48. Blue Devils 2 for 2 on 3rd down. 2 receivers stacked left, both in the line of scrimmage. Cadman on a quarterback run, and now he will shovel it to Jaden White. It's loose. It's still squirming around. Look like Reynolds may have it.
Yeah, it looked like White was going to be able to fall on it. It bounced again. And,
Brady Nealon comes out of the pile with it, so Cadman trying to maybe make a little extra happen, and instead a turnover just when Sharpsville's on the move, and Reynolds now with its first takeaway of the night.
Yeah, and it was just one of those deals where you could see Cadman trying to make a play, but White was already looking down the field to block.
Hey, what do we have? Are they? Oh no. Okay. Just the way the crowd was racking, I thought something was up, but no, it is going to be Reynolds' ball just shy of midfield, 4:22 to go in the half. Do you think maybe here the Raiders take a shot?
I do. And we've seen certainly Zachrich's arm, a couple of interceptions, but
he's in the shotgun. Instead, he's going to sweep around the left side. He's hit and hauled out of the backfield. Brian White, the defensive end, knifed through and dropped him for a loss back at the 46-yard line.
That's as big time of a play as you will ever see a defensive end make in open field against one of the fastest players in all of District 10. As a White able to just get out there, and just as Zachrich started up the field, White grabbed him by the jersey and flung him down. That's a big time play, because if he doesn't make it, Zachrich might still be running.
Instead, it's a loss of 3. It will be 2nd down and 13. There's under 4 minutes to go in the half. Reynolds 2 timeouts remaining. Sharpsville has all 3. Rust will deploy wide right. Garino wide left. Ney is in the slot to the left. Minjares to the right of Zachrich in the shotgun. 4-man front for Sharpsville. And Zachrich will keep it, head up the middle, and has a little running room, and it'll be cut down. The ball comes out at the end of the play, and he was clearly down.
Yeah.
The Sharpsville player saying it's their ball, but the official was right on top of it. Zachrich, a nice gain, though, gets about half of the necessary yardage.
I think, Ryan, the crowd was reacting because they thought White was down, and that ball shouldn't have been loose, and then now that one. So, yeah, everybody stirred up at Sharpsville, but I don't think anyone who knows football wouldn't agree that those were both the correct calls.
Pick up 7. It's now 3rd down and 6 at the Sharpsville 47. Reynolds 1 of 3 on 3rd down so far tonight. 2:48 on a rolling clock, second quarter. Zachrich will give it to Minjars on a delay. Minjars pops through, has the first down and more. Wrestled to the natural grass turf, a 35-yard line by Brian White and Jordan White. But a gain of close to a dozen from Minjars, and Reynolds has its 9th first down of the first half.
Yeah, Minjar is, again, looking really impressive. Impressed with his patience, impressed with his vision. Yeah, still 2:30 on a rolling clock here. So Reynolds, lots of time.
Ball just outside the 35-yard line. Minjar is now 72 yards on 10 carries. Zachrich 90 yards on 10 carries.
Wow.
1st and 10, just outside the 35. Rust wide right, 2 receivers to the left. Greeno in motion from left to right. Long counter, Zachrich. Now Ney comes in motion, hand off to Parker Ney. Jet sweeper on the right side, has some room. Ney to the 25. Parker Ney to the 20, to the 10, and going to be knocked out of bounds shy of the goal line in the near corner, but it's going to be 1st and goal for Reynolds. Parker Ney. We haven't called his name a whole lot tonight, but you hold your breath every time the ball's in number 10's hands.
Yeah, he got downhill right off the bat. Almost all the plays that go to him, he is sprinting full speed, across in that jet sweep action when he receives the football. And if he turns upfield, he's downhill right now. And Sharpsville lucky that he wasn't able to carry that wave into the end zone.
Gain of 30, 1st and goal at the 5. Clock stopped with 1:56 to go in the half. Reynolds into the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville. Zachrich gives to Minjares on a delay, and this time he will get nothing, right into the teeth of the Blue Devil defense.
Yes.
You see Brennan Huffman in there. Cornejo in the bottom of the pile. No gain. It will be 2nd down and goal at the 5.
Yeah, Huffman, a very quick but undersized inside linebacker, doing a nice job coming from across the field there to make that tackle.
2nd and goal. Reynolds 2 timeouts at its disposal, but time really not a factor at this point.
Right.
The Raiders probably wouldn't mind maybe burning up a few more seconds before punching in.
No, right.
Sharpsville looking to stand tall defensively. 2nd and goal at the 5. Minjars next to Zachrich in the shotgun. And the give is Minjars into the middle line. And again, nothing. There's your man Huffman again. Hayden McPeters also. It's going to be 3rd and goal back at the 6 after a short loss.
Yeah, remember in the Girard game in week 1, this Sharpsville defense made a big stand late in the first half that really could have turned the game around. And here we are again.
Yeah, preserved the lead. Girard had to settle for a field goal. Yep. I have to think Reynolds is going to, this is 4-down territory for the Raiders.
Right, they are. Yeah, there's no doubt.
3rd and goal to 6, clocked into 38 seconds to go. And now Reynolds is going to take one of its 2 remaining timeouts. We'll take it with the Raiders, 37 seconds to go in the half. 20-12, Sharpsville leading. Reynolds knocking on the door. You're listening to News Talk 790 WPIC.
Home policy. H-O-M-E, home.
Sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent at Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at MailerInsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
20-12, Sharpsville leading, but Reynolds threatening. Raiders 3rd and goal, Sharpsville 6, coming out of the timeout along with Chris Birch, Ryan Briggs here. You're listening to News Talk 790 WPIC. Sharon Hermitage, a Cumulus Media station. High school football night, week number 4. First place in Region 1 at stake, and it's been a fun first half, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt. Just back and forth and back and forth. And big moment here, obviously. 36.8 seconds left. Reynolds with a 3rd and 6 on the 6. 3rd and goal on the 6.
Garino wide left, balls on the near right hash mark, and now timeout will be taken by Sharpsville. Blue Devils take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break as well. What will Reynolds do when we come back? We'll find out. You're listening to high school football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
It's more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Moore believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
So after the back-to-back timeouts, it's now remains third and goal at the 6-yard line for Reynolds. Raiders have the ball on the near right hash mark. Reno wide left. Ney slot right inside Blackburn. Zachrich in the shotgun. Flaw is a wing to left. It gives to Mijares. Mijares sweeping our left side, cuts back to his right, and dives. Is he in? And he is down at the 1-yard line. It will be 4th and goal from a yard out with 23 seconds to go in the half. And now Reynolds will take its final timeout of the half with, as we said, 23 seconds to go in the half. Chris, this is, talk about a potential play of the game right here.
Yeah, it sure is. Again, and certainly, if you're Sharpsville, there would be nothing better than preserving this 8-point lead on this play and getting into the locker room up 8, make some adjustments on defense. But Reynolds, huge moment too, because obviously Sharpsville is going to score more points. So they have to get in. I'd love to see them, one of those kind of misdirection plays where, you think that Zachrich is going to keep it, but you have Parker Ney coming the opposite direction. Maybe put this Sharpsville defense a little bit back on its heels, because right now this Sharpsville defense has been outstanding on this, on this possession in the red zone.
That front four just so stout for Sharpsville. Yeah. Hard to go right at them. We'll see what the Raiders do. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. The ball's inside the 1. Zachrich will come out in the shotgun. Minjares to his right, Flaw wing left. 4th and goal at the 1. 2 receivers to the right. Long count from Zachrich. He gets the snap, crashes over right guard, and did he get in?
Nope.
He did not. He did not get in. Sharpsville holds for the second time in the first 4 weeks. A huge defensive stand for the Sharpsville Blue Devils right before halftime.
Yeah, how about that? Was that Lindsay 76 or was it Pitt 79? Locklear.
It's Locklear 79.
Yeah, that just absolutely denied him the goal line. It looked like he was going to be able to get in on second push, second surge. But big TJ Locklear, 6'4", 370. Hold up the line. And, for the second time in this young season and the second time that we've been here, Sharpsville holds at the end of the half.
That preserves the lead 20-12. There are 18 seconds to go in the half. Timeout taken, I believe, by Sharpsville. Now, here's the thing, Chris. The back point of the ball is just a whisker ahead of the goal line.
Yeah.
Sharpsville cannot take a knee here. These have to get something to prevent a safety.
Yeah, right. Maybe just kind of crash Gino Curry into the line, or maybe just have Cadman dive forward. I don't say to maybe hand it off.
Yeah, maybe that. Of course, the center quarterback exchange becomes paramount here.
Yes.
Remember a game at Westminster College a few years ago where not converting a snap allowed one team to pull out a win that was somewhat expected.
Yeah, I remember that game.
So do I. Had a family member who turned it off, thought it was over.
Yeah.
But in this case, the game, it's only half over no matter what happens here, because we have 18 seconds to go in the half. Everybody is in tight on both sides. Double wing set. Curry is the back, and Cadman sneaking forward. And, not much progress at all. It's a pile of humanity, and he's going to get the ball beyond the goal line, which was the objective of that play. And that will end an entertaining first half of football tonight here at McCracken Field. Time runs down, and that is the end of the first half. First place in Region 1 on the line. And at the half, Sharpsville at home on homecoming, leading 20-12. Chris and I will come back with a first half recap. We'll have scoring, what stats. Aaron and Darren have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update, PAC football report, all that, much, much more coming up here at the intermission on News Talk 790 WPIC.
At a price I can afford. Your local area agent is Mailer Insurance. Get quote today at MailerInsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate.
Your insurance service is provided by one or more of the following insurers: your insurance company, your insurance property and casualty company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices in Pennsylvania, or your insurance company in New York, home offices Rochester, New York. Equal Opportunity Insurance.
Imagine a bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service. Their done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements. Your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour. Stay refreshed and hydrate. New bottled water. Water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit HermansWater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer, a 1-month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration. The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We are back here at Sharpsville High School's McCracken Field. I'm Ryan Briggs, Chris Butch. Joining me, we have Aaron Byro back in the studio. Aaron and Darren Steele will have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update coming in a few minutes here during our halftime show. But at the intermission, Sharpsville, thanks to a late defensive stand, maintaining a 20-12 lead over the Reynolds Raiders at the Brick. The scoring recap in this one, Reynolds took the lead 6-0, 9:32 to go in the first quarter. Xavier Zachrich, 34-yard run, capping a 65-yard drive. That came on 4th and 2. The extra point failed, but it was 6-0 Reynolds. Sharpsville quickly tied it, however. Jaden White, 85-yard kickoff return. Extra point no good. We were tied at 6, 9:20 to go first quarter. And after Hayden McFeeters intercepted a pass in Sharpsville territory and returned the ball 45 yards to the Reynolds 20, 3 plays later, Gino Curry scored on an 11-yard run. 2-point failed, and it was 12-6 Sharpsville with 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Reynolds tied the game with 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Xavier Zachrich, his second touchdown run of the night, a 5-yard run, capping an 8-play, 68-yard drive. Extra point no good, and we were tied at 12. Sharpsville then answers with a 6-play, 65-yard touchdown drive, punctuated by Aiden Cadman's 32-yard touchdown pass to Aiden Pushkar, caught it off his own deflected. The 2-point run by Cadman good, and Sharpsville had a 20-12 lead. And then right before halftime, Reynolds recovered a fumble at midfield, drove 8 plays, had 4th and goal inside the 1, but Reynolds stopped, and Sharpsville maintains its 20-12 lead. Looking at some team and individual numbers, first for Sharpsville, Blue Devils 94 rushing yards, 32 passing yards. Sharpsville 126 yards on 17 plays. The Blue Devils with 7 first downs. For Reynolds, 205 rushing yards in the first half, 13 passing yards. The Raiders 218 yards on 30 plays, 10 first downs for the Raiders. Individual numbers for Sharpsville quarterback Aiden Cadman, 1 of 2 for 32 yards. It was the 32-yard touchdown pass to Aiden Pushkar. Jaden White, 8 carries, 58 yards. Gino Curry, 5 carries, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Cadman, 2 carries for -1. On the Reynolds side, Xavier Zachrich, 1 of 3 for 13 yards. He's been intercepted twice. The completion went to Rocky Flaw for 13 yards. Zachrich, 11 carries, 90 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Majaris, 13 carries, 76 yards. Parker Ney, 3 attempts for 39 yards. Reynolds, nearly a 2-to-1 edge in time of possession, 15-22 to 8-38. Reynolds, 4 penalties, 20 yards. Sharpsville, 1 flag for 5. Reynolds has turned it over twice. Sharpsville losing 1 fumble. And we are at the half with Sharpsville leading at home on homecoming 20-12. Winner of this game will have sole possession of first place in Region 1 as both teams come in at 1-0. The 2 teams that are 0-0 this weekend, Farrell and Wilmington, are playing the 2 teams that are 0-1, respectively Mercer and Kennedy. So at the end of the night, no matter what, whoever wins this is going to have a half-game lead, at least, for first place in Region 1. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll send it back to the studio. Aaron and Darren have the Lock, Stock, Arrow halftime update. We'll also have the President's Athletic Conference football report, get you caught up on all of the action in one of Division III's premier football conferences, and then we'll get you set for the second half here on Newstalk 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7.
Inspired.
Oh, are you inspired enough to make dessert?
As a matter of fact.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. I love you.
Get inspiration with a brand new kitchen from Warner's Home Improvements. Bring solutions. Call Warner's today. Get inspired. Warner's Home Improvements or online at warnersconstruction.com.
Great work, Smith. In appreciation of your hard work, please accept this plaque.
Awards.
And here's to the Hornets basketball team.
Trophies. Recognition.
The engraving place makes personal plaques and trophies for all your recognition of excellence needs. Thousands of designs for any occasion. Visit them at 1945 East State in Hermitage.
How well do you know your insurance company?
Well, I know I pay each month, and I'm covered.
Okay. Are you sure you have the best rates? Do you have the right coverage for your needs? Are you paying for things you don't need?
Well, I haven't actually talked to my agent. I just assumed...
Talk to a real person. Talk to someone local and see the difference.
Mailer Insurance is local. Mailer Insurance lives where you do. And we'll give you the coverage you need and nothing you don't. At a fair price. And they're always here to talk. Mailer Insurance at Sharpsville or at MailerInsurance.com. A Reinhardt's Agency Incorporated affiliate.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, Mancino'sDrivingSchool.com.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
And welcome to the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Halftime Report. Aaron Seal and your host, Aaron Byro. Thanks for listening to Week 4 coverage of Reynolds at Sharpsville on Newstalk with Ryan Briggs and Chris Burke on the call. Exciting one in the Pines. Both teams exchanged touchdowns in the first quarter to tie the game 12-12 after one. A 32-yard Aiden Pushkar touchdown and a 2-point conversion gave Sharpsville the 20-12 lead in the second quarter. And the Blue Devils finished the half with a goal line stand to keep the Raiders out of the red zone before half. Now here we go to Darren with the scores.
Yeah, you heard it right here. You're listening to Briggsy and Birch together for a long time, celebrating, I believe, a milestone. Maybe we'll talk about that during the game, but as always, they've been great. Sharpsville 20, Reynolds 12. Elsewhere in Mercer County, currently in the second quarter, Sharon 13, Hickory 7, although Hickory is driving and is in the Sharon red zone. Greenville 48, Cochranton nothing. The resurgence of the Trojans is true. Farrell 33, Mercer nothing. Lakeview 20, Maplewood 13. Elsewhere in District 10, Meadville rebounding from last week's loss, 28-0 over Oil City. Ticeville 27, Conneaut 6. Cambridge Springs 20, Sagertown 3. Iroquois 10, Union City nothing. Mercyhurst Prep 20, Seneca 14. Harbor Creek 14, Fairview nothing. Northwestern 7, Eisenhower nothing. And then a little bit further north, we have Corey 40, Girard nothing. Cathedral Prep all over Warren 45 to nothing. Locally here in District 7, down south, Elwood City 21, Mohawk 17, and a good one. And Neshannock 7, Rochester nothing. Those are your updated halftime and second to the score there.
Great job, Darren, and big thanks to Lock, Stock, and Barrel, our halftime sponsor, for feeding our crew and supporting our local sports coverage. If you're listening, plan on taking a trip to the Shenango Plaza in Sharpsville, getting a sandwich and playing your lucky numbers. Stay tuned for the second half of Reynolds at Sharpsville on News Talk 790 WPIC.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served the first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
Gosh, honey, what got you all shit-tastic?
You know, it's our kitchen remodel. It's got me all inspired.
Oh, are you inspired enough to make dessert?
As a matter of fact.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. I love you.
Get inspiration all year round with a brand new kitchen from Warner's Homes and Improvements. We create new kitchens that dreams are made of. We buy direct from the manufacturer using top quality materials with no shortcuts. The latest in style and functionality for a fair price. Call Warner today and get inspired. Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 Mercer or online at warnersconstruction.com.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, NUM policy.
H-O-M-E, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
Your local Erie agent is Mailer Endurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt agency affiliate. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are his community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for September 14th, 2024. I'm Joe Anderko. This week, we'll take a quick look back at the opening weekend on the gridiron in the President's Athletic Conference last week, while also previewing Week 2 games this Saturday. 4 PAC football powers, all of whom are receiving national top 25 votes. Defending 10-ranked Rose City shut out rival Geneva 41-0, while number 20-ranked Carnegie Mellon also blanked Teal 58-0. Washington Jefferson defeated St. Vincent 59-6, while Case Western Reserve won at Waynesburg 41-7. The game of the week took place at Bethany, as Allegheny improved to 1-0 by edging the homestanding Bison 20-14. PAC Player of the Week honors in Week 1 went to W&J senior quarterback Jacob Pugh on offense after a 6 TD passing performance. Bethany junior defensive end Marion Williams on defense with 15 tackles, including 5.5 for losses and 3 sacks against Allegheny. And junior kicker punter Devin Wyatt of W&J on special teams, going 8 for 8 on extra points and averaging 41.5 yards per punt. Top newcomer was Bethany freshman quarterback Brett Phillips with 2 TD passes and a team-high 87 yards rushing. Westminster, which had the opening weekend off, opens its 2024 season at home at Harold Burton Stadium in New Wilmington. The Titans host 0-1 Waynesburg at 1 p.m. Westminster has won 8 of the last 10 meetings with the Yellow Jackets, including a 31-20 victory last season. Drawing the Week 1 bye in 2024 has been challenging, says veteran Titan head coach Scott Benzel, putting his team at a disadvantage heading into Saturday's contest.
they had a big advantage. They played a week 1 game, so I expect them to play their best game. They're very physical. They're always well coached, and we're gonna have to play a really clean football game, which is again challenging because this is our opening game, and there's some nerves associated with that. We've got a lot of faces in our lineup.
Allegheny looks to improve to 2-0 as the Gators welcome 0-1 St. Vincent to Frank Fuhrer Field in Meadville at 1 p.m. The teams played a nail-biter in Latrobe a year ago, with the Bearcats edging the Gators 23-19 to take a 2-1 lead in the all-time series. Second-year Allegheny head coach Braden Lair talks about the importance of getting an opening week win under his team's belt.
It is not easy to win a college football game, and it's even more difficult to win one on the road. So to get that done in week 1, it was a whiteout for them. There was a lot of excitement and energy down there in West Virginia. Extremely pleased with our guys finding a way to come back 1-0. That's ultimately the goal. The number 1 goal every single week on our goal board is in this scoreboard, but +1 or more.
0-1 Teal looks to rebound from its week 1 loss by hosting another conference heavyweight as the Tomcats host 1-0 Washington Jefferson under the lights at Alumni Stadium in Greenville at 7 p.m. It's the 77th all-time meeting between the programs dating back to 1896. W&J has dominated the series with wins in 40 of the past 41 matchups since 1982, with the lone Tomcat win in that time being a 38-35 victory in Washington in Teal's PAC title season of 2005. Third-year Tomcat head coach Sam Bauman previews the matchup against W&J.
Coaching staff teams you up. I know it's a new staff, but they did some really good things against St. Vincent. That hasn't taken a step back. So, they find the weakness, they find areas that they can challenge you, and they do it. And they get the alignment matched up well. They do some stuff that, you watch the game after, you're like, yeah, that's just really good coaching.
In other Week 2 PAC action, 1-0 Carnegie Mellon kicks off its home opener at Gesling Stadium in Pittsburgh at 1 p.m. against 0-1 Geneva. The series dates back to 1907, with the Tartans holding a 24-7-1 all-time series lead over the Golden Tornadoes, including a 31-0 shutout victory in 2023. Finally, Case Western Reserve hosts its home opener under the DeSanto Field Lights Cleveland at 7 p.m. as the 1-0 Spartans host 0-1 Bethany. The Bison lead the all-time series 14-9, but Case has won 8 straight meetings against Bethany, with the last Bison win over the Spartans being a 25-14 final in Cleveland during the 2014 season. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underco. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
The local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate.
Erie Insurance Services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
Imagine a bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Welcome back to Sharpsville McCracken Field. Along with Chris Bird, Ryan Briggs here. Teams are out warming up for the start of the second half. Sharpsville a 20-12 lead. Thanks to Aaron Biro and Darren Steele doing a great job, as always, with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update. Brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel right here in Sharpsville. The Sharpsville Plaza open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Chris, I know we have each have a Lock, Stock, and Barrel sandwich waiting for us back at the studio. Yes. Provided that Aaron and Darren don't gobble in, but we appreciate their great support with our Play of the Game program, and certainly a fun first half here. Before we get to, the third quarter, a couple score updates.
Yeah, obviously Darren Steele doing a great job with us back at the studio, but a couple of scores too to add to some of those, or to update to some of those. Farrell now up 33-0 on Mercer, so if anyone was holding their breath that Farrell might have a winless season, starting to look pretty good that they're going to get this one tonight. Lakeview is up 14-7 on Maplewood. I don't mean to correct you, but that's our Shannon told us it was 20-13. 20-13 Maplewood. There it is. Okay.
So some bad info.
No, just outdated. No,
Maplewood's winning 20-13.
Maplewood's winning 20-13. Okay.
Either way, but boy, that was a tough one for Lakeview last week.
Yeah.
A game that got away against winless Sagertown.
Yeah,
losing on a field goal at the end.
You almost have to wonder. You and I thought it that night when we saw them play Mercer that just their depth and their numbers. You almost wonder maybe if fatigue isn't playing a bit of a factor up there. Greenville continues to roll, Briggsy, 48-0 on Cochranton. Some games going on up north. Corey up 39-0 on Girard. Corey's good. Corey's a good team.
Yep. Corey beat Titusville. We saw Titusville last week.
Yeah, Corey's a good team. Harbor Creek's up 14-7 on Fairview. Those are a couple other good Erie County teams. Fort LaBeouf beat Northeast last night, 28-23, and McDowell beat Erie High, 28-24. That game was also last night. So yeah, a couple of updates to the updates. I know maybe you had a couple too.
No, actually, you covered what I had.
All right,
so I'll see if a couple more. We have about a minute to go before the third quarter starts. But also, thanks to the PAC, sending in the President's Athletic Office football report on nights where we have these longer half times. Great to be able to run that. Joe Underko and the crew doing a great job there. Such a great league. And they're 5 games tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night in PAC. And of course, tomorrow afternoon on the radio, we will have high school football on Sports Radio 96.7 and here on the Facebook page, as well as the Grove City Eagles host Slippery Rock. 2 teams looking to come back from stinging road defeats last week. And it's may not be must win, but it's getting close for both teams.
Close for both teams, sure. And certainly both teams have shown the ability to do some good things, but they both had some head scratchers as well. The way that President's Athletic Conference schedule is set up, Briggsy, which I know you're very familiar with, but it's interesting because there's 10 games, 11 weeks, and everybody has an off week.
Yes.
So 2 of our locals, Westminster last week, Grove City College this week, having these really early off weeks, which, almost has to be. Right? Now you got to grind out for 10 straight weeks or 9 straight weeks after getting a week off right at the beginning of the season. So not the greatest draw for either of them.
Maddox Snyder will kick off. We're underway in the second half. It's going to bounce near sideline and trickle out of bounds to the 25-yard line. Graham Perneski watches it go out of bounds. And we'll see if Sharpsville elects to make Reynolds re-kick again. They made him re-kick twice in the first half.
Right.
Did the Blue Devils.
Right.
And looks like they will, as the kick unit staying out there. Well, maybe not. Sharpsville has about 15 guys out there right now.
I think they're going to take it at the 35.
So, but they got it at the 34 after all that last time. But so the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Sharpsville ball at the 35. Blue Devils in the blue jerseys, blue pants, white numbers and letters, white trim. white helmets with the red stripe for West Middlesex down the middle. Reynolds on the road, white tops, blue numbers and letters, silver pants with blue and white trim, silver headgear for the Raiders. Reynolds 3-0. Each of the last 2 years, Reynolds started out 2-0, lost to Sharpsville in week 3. Now 3-0, trying to have it the undefeated run, not short-circuited again.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, that red stripe in Sharpsville. Of course, the West Middlesex Spurs, 15 of them on the team.
Okay.
I was told before the game, so West Middlesex really doing their part here.
1st and 10, Cadden gives to Jaden White. White to the left side, has the 40 and more. He's going to be popped and pushed back. He'll get about 8 on the carry, but Jaden White took a big hit on his first carry of the second half. White, 58 yards in the first half, and he picked up close to 9 on that run.
What a great block by Gino Curry down the field to spring him for those last couple of yards there.
Big gain of 8 to the 43-yard line. 2nd down and 2 for Sharpsville. Blue Devils going right to left towards the scoreboard end here at James McCracken Field, colloquially known as the Ponds.
I love it, yeah. Yeah, big, certainly a big momentum stealer for Sharpsville at the end of the half, making that goal line stand. And now they get the football with a chance to score on the heels of that.
4-man front, Cabin turned to White off left guard. White across midfield, Jaden White, able secondary, finally brought down inside the 45 at the 43-yard line as Greeno and Brady Nealon combine on the tackle. But Jaden White, tough running, takes the ball to Reynolds territory. He'll be brought down at the Raider 43, pickup of 14 more, and a first down for Sharpsville.
You know, I have these memories of playing, you know, in the secondary and kind of sliding my way over to try to, I'm going to be able to make a tackle, and then like looking down and the guy was gone. You know, and that's the kind of thing you see with these linebackers and these guys in the secondary coming over to try to tackle White. He's already gone. He's already by them.
Split backs behind Cabin, give the Jaden White this time off the right side, cuts back to his left. White to the 39, maybe the 38. Brought down by Zachrich, coming down in run support from his safety spot. Also on the bottom of the pile, that's the nose tackle for Reynolds, Trenton Wilson. But Jaden White picks up 4 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 6 at the 39.
Yeah, nice, really nice kind of start here to this second half for this Sharpsville offense. They're dominating the line of scrimmage. White is picking up big chunks of yardage.
It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line. McFeeder's wing left. Pushkar has a touchdown catch tonight wide left. Cornejo tight right on the wide side of the field. Split backs. Offset, the give is to Jaden White on the left side. He has some running room. White to the 25. White will step out of bounds near the 20-yard line. We'll see where he's marked out. But it's his second first down pickup here on this opening drive of the third quarter. He's going to be just shy of the 20 at about the 21, 22-yard line. But Jaden White now approaching the 100-yard mark.
Yeah, White just again got out there, and there certainly some guys on the right side of the secondary for Reynolds had the angle. They just couldn't get there in time before he was able to do the old Franco Harris step out of bounds, not take a hit after a big run.
17-yard pickup gives him 101 yards on a dozen carries tonight. 1st and 10 at the 22. Clock stop with 9:52 to go in the third. Split backs, Curry and White behind Cadman. And this time on a delay, it goes to White, cuts back over left guard. Into the teeth of the defense, he's inside the 20 and stacked up at the 17, a gain of 5, and that puts Sharpsville back into the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville. Brady Nealon on the tackle, gain of 5, however, for Jaden White.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan. Has this been kind of the most slow-paced drive of the night? I mean, it almost seems like, you know, all the other drives have been one big play to set up another big play for a touchdown, but Sharpsville just picking its way down the field here on this one.
This will be the 6th play of the drive. It started at the 35 after the kickoff out of bounds.
Yeah.
Cornejo tight right, Pushkar wide left. McFeeder's a wing left, Cadman turn, give to Jaden White. White again off the left side, and that time he is going to get nothing. Zachrich in there along with 55 in for Reynolds. That is Aiden Resick. First time we've called his name on defense tonight, starting at left guard on offense and out there and bringing down White after a modest gain. They'll give him a yard to 16.
Yeah, and hey, we saw the Sharpsville defense, you know, really toughen up here inside the red zone at the end of the half. Let's see if the Reynolds defense can answer here in, you know, what would certainly put them in a very tough situation to go down 2 scores maybe even 3 scores if they get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
That'd still be 16.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what Chris teaches history.
my math got me again.
Third and long for Kevin, design quarterback run over the right side. He's inside the 15, stacked up, but on second effort, may have the first down. He does. Aiden Cadman was hit. He was short, Chris, but able to squirm through and get an extra yard or 2 and a new set of downs for Sharpsville.
Yeah, I think he certainly was aware of the yard to gain and just sheer determination by Aiden Cadman to get to that yard to gain and picks up the first down.
Cadman takes the ball to the 11-yard line, a pickup of 5 yards for Cadman. First and goal from the 11, or first and 10 from the 11. Sharpsville can get a first down at the 1. 7:50 to go, clock turning third quarter, 8th play of the drive. Double tight set, Curry single back behind Cadman, and the give is to Curry on wedge play, bounces off the left side. Curry breaking 1 tackle, Curry to the 5, and he's going to be marked down right at the 5-yard line. Tough running for Gino Curry, getting about half of the necessary yardage.
Yeah, Mignard with a touchdown saving tackle, but not before some damage was done there by the freshman Gino Curry.
It'll be 2nd and 4 at the 5. Curry now 43 yards on 6 carries tonight. He has a rushing touchdown, of course, Pushkar touchdown catch, and Jaden White 85-yard kickoff return tonight, accounting for the Sharpsville points. Xavier Zachrich, 2 touchdown runs for Reynolds. 2nd and 4 at the 5. This drive has used up 5 minutes of clock. Curry behind Cadman. White also a line in the back for McFeeder's wing left. 2nd and 4 at the 5. Cadman turn, give student body left to Jaden White. White picking his way upfield. White is stacked up, spins, and then driven back. And he will have the first down. It's going to be first and goal at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that last little effort when he cut back, that was enough to get him that first down, and that's a big deal. You'd rather have, obviously first and goal than have to pick up a first down on a third down play. So great job by White.
It will be first and goal at the 1. 9 plays, 64 yards on the drive so far. A drive that's used nearly half of the second or the third quarter.
Yeah, perfect, right? Just exactly what you would want if you coach pick early.
Curry, the single back behind Aiden Cadman. Cadman gets a snap from Spangler. Get to Curry, who is stacked up. Then he vaults over the pile. No signal yet. And now, yes, touchdown. Gino Curry, 2nd touchdown run of the night. On 2nd effort, he bulls in and makes it 26-12.
Yeah, he was stacked up and then just kept the feet driving and was able to sort of jump over the line and get into that end zone. And all of a sudden here, Sharpsville has opened up a 26-12 lead with the conversion pending here. Looks like they're going to go for 2, right?
No pick, he's out to kick.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
We had a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. I saw White head into the backfield, but
he's the wing to the right. Logan Kent is the holder. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up. And it's like a pitching wedge up and over the crossbar. It is good for Rylan Piccarilli, who was on the homecoming court tonight. 27-12. The lead for Sharpsville. 6:15 to go third quarter. We will come back with the Blue Devil kickoff here on Newstalk 790, WPIC, and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
You know, it's our kitchen remodel. It's got me all inspired.
Oh, are you inspired enough to make dessert?
As a matter of fact.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. I love you.
Get inspiration all year round with a brand new kitchen from Warner's Homes and Improvements. We create new kitchens that dreams are made of. Buy direct from the manufacturers using top quality materials with no shortcuts. The latest in style and functionality for a fair price. Call Warner today and get inspired. Warner's Homes and Improvement on Route 19 in Mercer or online at warnersinstruction.com.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Sharpsville with the lead here in homecoming. 6:15 to go third quarter. At halftime, of course, they crowned the king and queen, Brian White, who's a starter at the defensive end and offensive guard, crowned homecoming king. And then Macy Steiner, outstanding track athlete and a basketball player at Sharpsville, and soccer also. Three sports standout. She was crowned as the queen. So congratulations to them and everybody who was,
really
selected
cool
by the peers on the homecoming court. Piccarelli, who kicked the extra point moments ago, angles the kick downfield and is going to be picked up on the far sideline by Parker Ney. Ney on the far sideline, out of bounds, past the 40-yard line. And you have to think Reynolds may want to try to get Parker Ney involved a little more.
I agree. Every time that he's touched the ball, that something has relatively good has happened. So again, they definitely need to get him going. But all of a sudden here, it just was kind of this back and forth game. Two offenses that had been, just electrifying. All of a sudden, Sharpsville is kind of taking command of this football game with the big stop inside the 5 to end the half, and then long scoring drive. So Reynolds in need of getting something going here, or they certainly run the risk of this one kind of slipping away from them.
Zakrich in the shotgun, throws it near side, caught by Ney. Ney breaking one tackle, and then he will be dumped back at the line of scrimmage. Brian White in there, along with Will Vogue and Brennan Huffman also on the play. So on the 1st and 10 play from the 38, actually the 39, it's going to be a loss of a yard on the play, bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Brian White, 5'10", 275. And, he doesn't look like a track star, right? But, boy, can he move. He is so quick to the spots, and he also is, he's like a great outfielder that reads where he has to go before the ball is even hit. And that's kind of how he is with ball carriers.
2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line. Zakrich in the shotgun, gives to Minjares. Gabe Minjares cuts over left guard, now cuts back into the middle of the field. He's going to get out close to the 50-yard line. He'll have the first down. Brought down by Cadman at midfield, but Minjares, who had a big first half, picks up a dozen, and Reynolds gets his initial first down of the second half.
Yeah, how bad did Reynolds need that? That was they were really in need of something good there, and Minjares able to turn it up the field in the center of the field and get a big chunk of yards and a first down.
Raiders have rushed for 217 yards tonight, Chris.
I know. They have, gotten to that pitch play that's onto the outside where they've gotten downhill, usually with Minjares, a couple of long runs by Parker Ray on the jet sweeps, and Zakrich with a couple. But they got to get going here.
1st and 10 midfield, ball in the middle of the field. Zakrich in the shotgun, his flaws a wing to the left, fakes the handoff. Zakrich over the left side, and he will fight forward for a yard, maybe 2. Brought down by Antonio Cornejo, the defensive end on that side. Zakrich picks up 2, takes the ball into Sharpsville territory. Bring up 2nd and 8, as we're down to 4.5 minutes to go in what has been a fast-moving third quarter.
Yeah, no doubt. All these running plays and, no clock stoppages at all.
2nd and 8 at 48. Giovanni Guarino wide right, Ney slot right, Rust wide left, Flaws the tight end on the right. Zakrich in the shotgun, back to pass. Zakrich under pressure, now he's going to take off and run. Zakrich upfield, Zakrich zigging and zagging, spins and then is belted down by Jaden White, who put a shoulder right in his breastbone. Zakrich pops up like a Super Bowl. He has the first down on the scramble to the 38-yard line, a gain of 10.
Yeah. And Zakrich took a big hit, but still able to pick up another first down. And this Reynolds running it game back at it here.
Zakrich now over 100 yards tonight, 102 yards on 13 carries. And Minjares, 14 attempts for 88 yards. He's closing in as well.
They need a score, though. You don't want to be kind of that definitive here, but you get the feeling they almost have to score here.
Low snap fielded by Zakrich. Zakrich back to pass, now flushed. Looking to run, dumps it downfield, and it's caught by Guarino at the 30. Guarino is going to fall forward. Cadman brings him down, but Giovanni Guarino's first catch of the night. He nets 11, and another first down for Reynolds. And like you said, Chris, important to score for obvious reasons, but this has been this drive's used about 3 minutes as well. You use up this clock and don't score, you're helping out Sharpsville.
I know, I love the line you used last week, about rope-a-doping. When you're down a couple of scores and you have a long drive and you don't score, you're helping the other team out. And that's we're almost to that point here for Reynolds.
1st and 10 at the 27, moving left to right. Zakrich in the shotgun, gives to Minjares. Minjares trying to get around the right side, has a crease. Minjares is going to be cut down out on the open, though. A nice open field tackle at the 24. And we have a whistle, and there's a flag on the far side of the field, well away from the plays. We see that was Christian Mull, the son of head coach Josh Mull, starting right guard. He was mixing it up with a Sharpsville player 35 yards away from the point of attack.
Gotcha.
We'll see what the infraction is.
Yeah. So I'm going to go on Reynolds.
And it's going to be holding against Reynolds. And that will wipe out a short gain. It puts the Raiders in 1st and long now, 1st and 20. 5th penalty of the night. This is the first penalty of the night that has been more than a 5-yarder.
Right, how about that? Hey, it would have come back anyway, but you were trying to figure out what the penalty was. That was a great open field tackle by Will Vogan. How the heck did he do that on a Gabe Mignarez that had full, kind of a full head of steam? Will Vogan, 5'8", 145, able to make that tackle. And,
now 1st and 20. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to say that was potentially a huge play, but it was wiped out anyway. But I saw you. I saw you, Will. That makes my list.
Now 1st and 20 back at the 37-yard line. Zachrich in the shotgun. Brings Ney in motion from right to left. The handoff goes to Ney on a jet sweep. He'll cut over left guard. Ney weaving his way upfield and gets penalty yardage back and a couple more. He'll be brought down at the 24-yard line. Parker Ney picks up 13 yards on the jet sweep, and 1st and 20 becomes 2nd and 9. Or maybe even second. No, it's going to be 2nd and about 7.
Yeah.
Parker Ney's 4th carry of the night. Keeps his average. He's still averaging 13 per run.
Yeah.
Not 13-yard carry.
This is a big play right here, too. They want to be obviously in 3rd and short. They're certainly in 4-down territory.
Zachrich in the shotgun. Now realigns Manjaris to his left. 2 receivers to the right. Snap was over Zachrich's head. He wasn't ready for it. It's low, loose, scramble for it, and Zachrich will fall on it back at the 38-yard line. Now a flag comes out at the end of the play. I'm wondering if they're going to get Reynolds for protesting. The Sharpsville guy dove on Zachrich in the scramble for the football.
It might, Briggsy, it might be Jordan White, too, diving into the pile.
And Zachrich is down right now, too.
Yeah, that was that hit. Jordan White, just was working as hard as he could to go get the loose ball, but Zachrich landed on it, and so that meant that Jordan White went full steam into him.
And then the flag came. In other words, the delay on the flag is when the Reynolds player started protesting. That's when the flag came out.
Okay.
That's what. It certainly was a in the scramble for the ball, and he pancaked him down. And of course, once he secures the ball on the ground, it's the play is over. But we'll see what the situation is. As it's a veteran athletic trainer Steve Wayliff will minister to Zachrich.
Yeah. I mean,
Connor Belback will come on and quarterback this Reynolds team. But we'll see what what all unfolds here. Is it a live ball penalty, dead ball?
Oof.
Oh, Zachrich is up into a seated position right now.
That's good. I mean, that's about as hard as you can be hit while you're on the ground. And again, I'm sure there'll be people that will say that it was kind of a dirty play, but it wasn't. He was going after the football, but Zachrich just got there first.
And it will be a personal foul.
They're going to call that a late hit.
So there's a loss of about 15 on play. And then they'll step 15 off from the 40. So it will end up being a loss of 1 yard on the play, and it will be 3rd down.
Okay.
As that was a dead ball penalty.
Yeah.
Zachrich is up and walking off. And hopefully it was just a case where he had the wind knocked out of him.
I mean, oof.
It was a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, White was going as hard as he could after that loose ball. I mean, and, Zachrich just kind of got to the football first, and White just absolutely crushed him in an effort to get to the ball. So they did call that as a late hit. I'm glad that was all it was, because he was going for the football. He was late, though. Zachrich got it and was down.
So it should be 3rd and 8 at the 25-yard line. Snap, fumbled, loose, and then Connor Belback, the new quarterback, that snap was a roller back to him, and he went to a knee to field it. And now it should be 4th down back at the 29-yard line because the personal foul was a dead ball.
Right. Yeah, how about you got to help your new quarterback out, right? New quarterback's in the game, and you got to get the snap right there. So the down block says 3, but it's 4.
It should be 4th down.
It should be 4th down, right?
Because of the referee Riley signaled dead ball penalty.
Yep.
But yeah, this should be 4th down. Ball's at the 30.
Okay.
Ney in motion from right to left. Bellback will give it to Ney on a jet sweep. Ney into the middle of the line. And he'll get back to where this series of downs started, which is the 27-yard line. And, Chris,
it's 5th down, right?
Yeah, this should be 5th down now because it was a dead ball penalty.
Where's Cordell Stewart and Charles Johnson?
Well, no, that's the right school, wrong reference.
Okay.
I think Darian Hagan was the quarterback from Colorado, Missouri that year.
That's right. Yeah.
So, that should have been 4th down because of the, with the penalty, the penalty enforcement, but it's going to come out and be 4th down and 13, or 4th and 8. Bell back to pass downfield. Caught on a comeback by Ney. Ney breaks one tackle, breaks another. Ney upfield, and he'll be chopped down at the 22-yard line. Cadman and White bring him down, so Parker Ney made it very interesting, but Reynolds will turn it over on downs with 18 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, nice, really nice job there by Bellback to field another tough snap and then roll out and be able to get it out there to Ney. And Ney made a couple guys miss and nearly picked up the 1st down, but does not, and Sharpsville gets it back. Turned over on downs.
At the 23, that drive, Chris, 10 plays, 38 yards, and it used 5:52.
Yeah.
Now Sharpsville, which scored in the opening drive of the quarter, allows Reynolds to move the ball and burn up plenty of clock, but the drive ends.
Yep.
It will be 1st down for Sharpsville at its own 23, 19 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Yep. Just basically running, chewing up clock for Sharpsville is all it ends up turning out to be when you don't score.
Cornejo tight to the right, split backs behind Cadman. Cadman will turn and give it to Jaden White, and he's going to be hit for no gain, even lost half a yard. Jacob Blackburn in on the play, among others. And now Jaden White is down and apparently dealing with a cramp as they are immediately working on the left leg and stretching it out. No gain on what likely is the final play of the quarter. 6 seconds to go. 27-12, Sharpsville with the lead. And if Sharpsville goes on and wins this game, it's going to be that stand and then certainly one halftime that really loom large.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You could really just see this entire game turn when Sharpsville's defense, maybe not a goal line stand, but the red zone stand at the end of the half, and then they get the ball and they use up half of the 3rd quarter.
Well, yeah, that was goal line. It was for the goal.
Yeah, that's right. It was it. Yeah, goal line stand, and then they score using up about half of the 3rd quarter on first possession of the 2nd half, and that's a huge. That's how you manage a game and go win one.
Continue to work on Jaden White. We will take a 30-second break. Come back with more after this. Sharpsville leading 27-12, late 3rd on 790 WPIC.
Great, Rick Smith. In appreciation of your hard work, please accept this plaque of recognition.
Awards.
And here's to the Hornets basketball team.
Trophies. Trophies. Recognition. The Ungrading Place makes personalized plaques and trophies for all your recognition of excellence needs. Thousands of designs for any occasion. Visit them at 1945 East State, Hermitage. How well do you know your insurance company?
Well, I know I pay each month, and I'm covered.
Okay. Are you sure you have the best rates? Do you have the right coverage for your needs? Are you paying for things you don't need?
Well, I haven't actually talked to my agent. I just assumed...
Talk to a real person, to someone local. See the difference.
Mailer Insurance is local. Mailer Insurance lives where you do, and will give you the cover you need, and nothing you don't, at a fair price. And they are always here to talk. Mailer Insurance in Sharpsville, or at mailerinsurance.com, a Reinhardt's Agency Incorporated affiliate.
The 4th quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
So Jaden White helped off, and then Jaden White helped off, and then time runs up in the 3rd quarter with Sharpsville leading 27-12 over Reynolds. Ryan Briggs and Chris Birch with you. We were a little late, or a little early getting into our quarter break there, but Fourth quarter, 27-12, the lead. Chris, any updates for us?
Yeah, getting an update here on that Lakeview Maplewood game that actually has Lakeview up 20-13 as Leighton Zockerell had a 72-yard run. The extra point was no good, and that gave Lakeview a 20-13 lead. So I got the score wrong before, and then we thought who was winning was wrong, and it looks as if we finally have that straightened out. So the Sailors hanging on up 7 against Maplewood in really what amounts to a must-win game for the Sailors.
After losing last week, certainly they need to bounce back. Good to see Leighton Zockerell back out after that injury. He played last week at Sagertown, played pretty well, but no doubt a little healthier this week after missing the second half against Mercer back in week 2. Don't forget, after the game, we'll have Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. And then it will be Aaron Byro, Darren Steele, and Art Shannon with the Warner's Homes and Improvements fifth quarter scoreboard show. They'll be with you until 11 o'clock tonight here on 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7. Of course, the game on Sports Radio 96.7 tonight. Big game in Region 4, Class 3A, Sharon and Hickory. Rematch of the District 10 title game last year. Of course, Hickory winning 14-6, and I'll see if we can get you an update on that one.
I got it.
Okay, give it, Chris.
Yeah, 20-7.
Sharon
is up on Hickory, so Norris takes the second half kick back, and Sharon Tigers up 20-7 in that one. What do we got here?
Well, bringing both teams all together here.
Yeah, Riley Smoot is demonstratively saying something.
As we get ready to resume action, Sharpsville has its 2nd and 10 at its own 23-yard line. You don't think, when you think of big rivalries for these schools, either the other one doesn't come to mind immediately. These schools border each other.
Yes.
They played a lot over the years.
Yes.
They play a lot in a lot of sports.
And they play a lot in high-stakes games, and this is certainly one.
The give is to Gino Curry. Curry off the left side out across the 40 to the 45. Touchdown-saving tackle made by Parker Ney, but Gino Curry slams forward for 24 yards out to the 47. Gino Curry opens the fourth quarter with a big run.
Yeah, there you go. Curry looked like Depotnik on that one, number 32. That time just kind of burst right off tackle and made a guy miss. Like that old drill where you run through everybody's arms being held out at camp. That's what he looked like right there.
Curry now 68 yards on 8 carries. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield. Sharpsville moving left to right in the fourth quarter, going towards the fieldhouse end, leading 27-12. Sing back is Curry, gives to Curry off the right side. Curry looking to get upfield. Curry dodges a man, breaks another tackle, and then is going to be brought down by Parker Ney, along with Minjares on the near side. Gino Curry, tough running, picks up about 7 on the play. They'll mark him down at the Reynolds 46.
Yeah, Parker Ney tried to hit him instead of tackle him, and he just bounced out. You're not going to hit that guy down. You got to tackle him.
Down to 11 minutes to go in the fourth. This is just Sharpsville's second possession of the second half. Blue Devils used up over 6 minutes on their touchdown drive in the third quarter. Reynolds used the rest of the clock pretty much and did not score.
They're just managing this football game now. Just a brilliant job with it.
2nd and 3 at the 46. And the snap fumbled by Cadman. But he's able to get on it and maybe pick up even a foot or two on it. But that certainly would have been a break for Reynolds.
Yeah, and that's what they need, right? I mean, Sharpsville they are doing this by playing mistake-free football. They are doing this by picking up, 10 yards on 3 downs, so to speak, to get first downs. But yeah, a mistake certainly flip that script in a hurry.
Sharpsville's 3 of 4 on 3rd down tonight. This one at 3rd down and a full 3 yards from the 46-yard line. Push card deploys wide left. Cornejo tight right. Feeders is an up back to the right. He's behind the right tackle. Split backs behind Cadman. 4-man front. Turn, give to Jaden White. White is hit by Blackburn and thrown down for no gain. Jacob Blackburn firing through. And now decision time for Sharpsville.
Yeah, Blackburn's made some nice plays tonight. None nicer than that one, as he was able to burst through there and make a big hit and force a 4th down here for the Blue Devils.
4th and 3 at the 46-yard line. The ball's on the near right hash mark with 9:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Cadman gets the play call from head coach Paul Piccirilli. He's the play caller this year after Lenny Grandy hung up his clipboard. Longtime offensive coordinator. And now Sharpsville will take a timeout. First timeout taken by either team in the second half. We'll take it as well. 9:06 to go, fourth quarter. Sharpsville leading 27-12. Blue Devils have 4th and 3 in Reynolds territory when we come back on News Talk 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Driving school can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Along with Chris Birch, Ryan Briggs here tonight. Aaron Biro in the studio producing our game. You're listening to News Talk 790 WPIC, Sharon Hermitage, Cumulus Media Station. As Chris is being dive-bombed by some bugs of some sort.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that new cologne you're wearing. I don't know.
Yeah. Cheap deodorant, they call it. But yeah,
at least you're wearing it. So.
Yeah, that's there's a light directly above us, and all the bugs have found it.
4th and 3 to Reynolds 46. White back in the game. Hard count from Cadden, and Reynolds jumps off sides as it is Casey Russick, the defensive end, jumped into the neutral zone, and everybody in this near full house tonight at McCracken Field sees the penalty. It's a 5-yard mark-off and a first down for Sharpsville.
Right. Great timeout by Coach Pick and his staff as they set that up, and they went hard count, drew the offsides, and a first down without having to run a play.
A chance to burn up more clock now. It's up currently at 9:06, but a drive that's already used over 3 minutes. The Blue Devils up 15.
This is only the third possession of the second half, right?
Yes.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Each team's had one in the third quarter. Now Sharpsville began this drive with 19 seconds to go in the third. Split backs behind Cadman. Give us to Curry on a trap. Gino Curry in the secondary, brought down by Russick. Near the first down marker, need to get to the 31. He's going to be marked down about half a yard shy. Gino Curry going up the middle on the trap play to get 9 out of the 32.
You know, you just never know before a season starts about a freshman, especially in football, where you're not like playing off-season games like in basketball or baseball. But this Gino Curry, 5'11", 210 freshman, he has really become a spark for this team.
84 yards tonight on 10 carries. He's behind Cadman. White to his left. Feeder's wing right. And the turn give off right tackle to Gino Curry. Curry inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line, brought down by Aiden Russick. 5 more for Curry, and another first down for Sharpsville. The 14th first down of the night for the Blue Devils.
Yeah. Curry once again initiates the contact and then grinds out another several yards and picks up a first down. I mean, not to be, I teach freshmen. I see freshmen on a daily basis, what they look like compared to the rest of the school. They're little babies, Think about this kid as a freshman being able to do this in a football game is stunning.
He does not play like a freshman, certainly.
No.
1st and 10th at 27. Cornejo tight left, McFeeder's wing left, Pushkar wide right. And this time the handoff goes on an off tackle play to Jaden White. Right up the middle of the 15, White to the 10. Jaden White, touchdown Sharpsville. Jaden White scores from 27 yards out, capping an 8-play, 77-yard drive. It's 33-12.
Yeah, just that little pitch play. White was what went right. They kind of clogged it up. He was able to cut back, and then once he got into the clear, there was a couple of white shirts kind of trying to cut down the angle, and he just ran right through it and got into the end zone. And Jaden White having a night for the ages as Sharpsville inches closer to their second win of the season.
Third win. Second on the field.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's what I meant.
Piccirilli to attempt the extra point. Pushkar holding. Kicks up. And it is good. Rylan Piccarelli tacks on the conversion. It is 34-12 Sharpsville. 7:41 to go in this one. We'll come back with kickoff on News Talk 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
$3 million giant submarine sandwiches, and they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party wings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Welcome back to Sharpsville High School. Ryan Riggs, Chris Birch with you. 7:41 to go in this one. And Sharpsville has scored 22 straight points. Blue Devils have 34-12 lead with 7:41 to go.
Yeah, I mean, they've turned this into a dominant performance. You know, like I said, what was once a back and forth, just looked like offensive fireworks, all of a sudden the Sharpsville defense has, really turned that around. And even though Reynolds continues to pick up yardage on the ground, Reynolds Sharpsville has really kind of stiffened up inside of the red zone a couple of times, and then offensively, Sharpsville looks absolutely unstoppable.
Piccarelli will kick off. Ney, and looks like Bell back deep, and the kick angled to the near side, and Ney has it at the 21-yard line. Ney to the middle of the field to the 30, Ney into the open to 35, and Parker Ney out to the 40-yard line. Good run back for Ney, and Reynolds will put it in play at its own 40. 7:32 to go. Obviously, Raiders, a quick score here, and they certainly do have some quick play capability as Zachrich is going to come back in, which is good to see, too.
That's really good to see. I mean, he took an absolute shot. Here's the thing. Certainly, you don't have a lot of faith that Reynolds could score their way back into this game. The problem for Reynolds right now is they've got to figure out a way to stop this Sharpsville offense, who right now certainly in this second half has done pretty much whatever they've wanted to.
Zachrich back in at quarterback. Minjares to the left, and the give is to Minjares into the middle of the line, and he'll get a yard, but that's about it. Jordan White in the middle of that one to make the tackle, and we second down and 9 after that modest pickup for Gabe Minjares.
I mean, the Sharpsville defense, they've certainly given up a lot of yardage to this Reynolds team tonight, but it just seems like every big play when it has needed to be made has been made, and right there, another really good play to start this series for the Sharpsville defense.
2nd and 9 at the 41. Blackburn wide left, Flavia widest of 3 men to the right. Zachrich in the shotgun looking at a 4-man front. Low snap, Zachrich back to pass. Zachrich steps up, Zachrich looking now. He's going to run, and now he will lateral it. It's a backward pass to Minjares. Minjares, on what will be a running play, is knocked out of bounds in Sharpsville territory. There's a flag back in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, it's certainly probably a...
I said to him, it's actually, it was a backwards pass, not a lateral.
Right.
As veteran referee John Yeard told me a couple years ago, it's either forwards or backwards, it's not lateral.
Okay.
So, John's probably officiating, but he'll know that I listen. And...
Oh, wow, okay.
It's holding
holding on defense, yeah. I thought, you can see the Sharpsville coaches, literally all of them have their arms outraised in exasperation. As I think everyone in the stadium thought that if there was a hold, it was on Reynolds when Zachrich, kind of escaped the pocket and got out into the open field before he made the backwards pass.
So they should, because it was a run, should they not add some yardage onto the end of this?
Yeah.
Ball's at the 48-yard line, which would be a gain of 11. But, I believe, because, holding, they're going to decline it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So apparently, again, one of those things, and that's such an unusual play.
Yeah.
Like in the professional ranks, the holding or college, the holding's added on to the end, but apparently it's a declined penalty. So I apologize for that. But that's one you don't see often.
Right.
You know, defensive holding in the interior like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes on a run up the middle, they'll call a lineman for grabbing the guard or something.
Yeah.
But either way, first down and 10 at the Sharpsville 48 after an 11-yard run for Manjars. Manjars around the right side. Manjars inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. Cut down by the cornerback Will Vogan on the far side. So Manjars, who's over the 100-yard mark tonight, will pick up 5 to the 43. Actually give him 6 to the 42. Manjars now the leading rusher tonight for Reynolds with 106 yards. So he's over 100, as is Zachrich.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Reynolds running game has been very impressive.
Under 6 minutes to go. Flaw, Nay, Garino wide left. Zachrich in the shotgun. Back to pass. Zachrich looking, throwing the ball downfield, looking for Nay, and incomplete over his head. But here comes the flag from the back judge. It looked like Konkar, the defensive back, grabbed him.
Yeah.
And
he was just starting to get away from Konkar, and Konkar got his hand caught up there in the shoulder pad. I mean, it was, you almost have to call that when it's out there one-on-one on an island.
And instead of giving up the touchdown, you give up 15 yards.
Right, of course.
And they'll step it off 15 yards and go to the 27, and the yardage is enough for a first down. Each team with 15 first downs tonight. Reynolds actually has outgained Sharpsville 269 to 263.
Yeah, again, Reynolds' offense has been impressive. They just have not been able to find the end zone enough to stay in this game. Time is becoming certainly an issue now for the Raiders.
5:42 to go, but first and 10. Zachrich back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, throws it downfield, incomplete, looking for Garino, who lost his footing, and it will be second down.
Give Cornejo some credit there, just not allowing Zachrich to set his feet and throw the pass he wanted to there.
That was the first Reynolds pass tonight to hit the ground. Right. Zachrich was 3 of 5 with 2 interceptions, and Bellback was 1 for 1.
How about that? Yeah.
But now second and 10 with 5:37 to go. Blackburn deploys wide left. Garino wide right. Nay slot right. Flaw the tight end to the right. Zachrich in the shotgun. Back to pass. Zachrich throws the ball over the middle. It's caught by Nay underneath. Nay to the 15. Parker Nay looking for one more block. Nay the 5. And Nay. Is he in? It looked like he stopped short of goal line.
It was almost like he thought he was in, and he stopped short.
He stopped short about the 5-yard line. That's that's an unusual one. He stopped. He thought he crossed the goal line, but that was the 5-yard line. He's brought down short of the real goal line. A pickup of 26. They're going to put it down at the 1, first and goal, but
I mean, he clearly thought. I mean, there's almost no other explanation that he thought when he crossed the 5-yard line that he was in, and he just kind of stopped, and the Sharpsville guys tackled him.
Now first and goal at the 1. The clock is rolling. Snap to Zachrich, give to Manjara. He is hit immediately, and did get in? He did not get in.
Nope.
And more time will burn off now.
A lot more time.
That gaff is certainly going to cost Reynolds a minute, if not more. Second goal now at the 1 with 4:47 to go. It was a great throw, great run and everything, and just such a bizarre end of the play.
He just pulled up short and stopped.
Maybe they need the yellow goal line like Penn State has. I don't know. Second and goal at the 1, down to 4:30 to go. Zachrich in the shotgun. Give to Manjaras. He is hit, stacked up, and driven back. It'll be third and goal at the 1.
Third and goal, another 30, 40 seconds rolling off here, Briggsy. Yeah, that looms large.
And Reynolds will take its first time out of the second half. We'll take it with them 4:12 to go. Raiders knocking on the door, but time slipping away. 34-12, Sharpsville leads. Back after this timeout on 790 WPIC.
Okay, question about some policy. Home policy. Okay, gnome policy.
H-O-M-E, home. Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk to the real person. With your insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local area agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Third and goal at the 1 for Reynolds. 4:12 to go in the fourth quarter. Raiders trailing here at Sharpsville, 34-12. Ryan Brigg, Chris Sporch with you tonight. Aaron Byer back in the studio producing our game. Reynolds will come out. Third and goal to 1 after the timeout. Each team 2 timeouts remaining. Rust wide left, Ney slot left. Zakrich in the shotgun, Minjars to his left. Snap to Zakrich, give to Minjars. He's going to be hit by Locklear, gets away from him. Minjars cutting back, giving ground, and he is cut down for a loss on the play. And it's going to be 4th and goal back at the 5. Caleb Conkar in on the stop.
Yeah, that, again, this Sharpsville defense, they just seem to go to another level. When the opposing teams get into the, inside the 10-yard line. We saw it against Girard. We've seen it tonight, and we are seeing it here again.
Now 4th and goal back at the 5-yard line. 4th in the ball game for Reynolds. Down to 3:35 to go. So the failure to score when there's a clear path to the end zone has cost Reynolds about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The ball's still not in the end zone. It's further away than it was.
That's right.
4th and goal to 5. Zakrich back to pass. Zakrich under pressure, throws it far side. Batted away, incomplete.
Wow.
Conkar came over and knocked it away. But the Sharpsville defense with its second goal line stand of the night. And with 3:17 to go, the Blue Devils will take over deep in the road end and looking as if they're going to take sole possession of first place in Region 1.
Yeah. Just a kind of almost like a clinic on how to manage a game, with a lead, is what the Sharpsville Blue Devils have put on here in this second half. Long offensive possessions resulting in points, and giving up some yardage, but not giving up points on defense. And that's how you win tough games against rivals when big stakes are on the line.
Sharpsville coming in has won 12 of the last 13 meetings, and looks like going to add to that here. 1 first down, pretty much sew it up. Cadman under center, Curry behind him. White in motion from wing right. Give us a Curry. Gino Curry off the left side. Curry cutting back to his right. Curry driving, bowling forward, and is brought down out beyond the 20-yard line. Minjars finally brings him down, but Gino Curry out past the 20-yard line. Picks up 15. That'll put him over 100 yards tonight. His first 100-yard outing of his scholastic career.
Yeah.
I have a hunch, Chris, it won't be the last.
No, it's not going to be the last. It might be the first of many in a row, right? I mean, he is really starting to get that confidence and get going downhill here for this Sharpsville offense.
And obviously the coaches have confidence in him too here.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 20, down to 2:40 to go. Cadman, he's done a nice job of piling this offense tonight. Turn, give to Curry. Curry off the left side. Curry breaking tackles. Curry out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. And he sent defenders scattering like bowling pins on a deck. Garino helping to bring him down.
Yeah, it's a perfect visual. That's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, it's the bowling ball just kind of plowing into the middle, and you see the pins go flying. That's pretty much what that looked like.
6 more for Gino Curry. It will be 2nd down and 4 as we come up on the 2-minute mark. Sharpsville's going to go to 3-1. Reynolds will drop to 3-1.
Yeah.
More importantly, Sharpsville will be 2-0 in the league. Of course, Sharpsville's 2A, Reynolds is 1A.
Right.
On 1st down, give to Curry, and this time he's going to be brought down out at the 30. Maddox, Snyder, and Blackburn in on the stop. Rust also in the neighborhood for Reynolds. Curry will pick up about 5 more across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And it'll be another 1st down. Sharpsville next week will be on the road at Slippery Rock, beginning a 2-game road trip at Slippery Rock at Lakeview. It's a short week for Slippery Rock. Rockets play tomorrow afternoon on Sports Radio 96.7 against the Grove City Eagles. So Reynolds will be home to Lakeview next week.
Yeah, it's a non-region game, obviously, Sharpsville and Slippery Rock, but that's a good game for both teams, I think.
And now Cadman will take a knee with 1:10 to go. One or two more of those, and this one will be official. The Sharpsville Blue Devils on homecoming. It will be a happy homecoming tonight. The final score, of course, Chris, is not going to tell the whole story, though.
No. I mean, this Reynolds offensively was terrific, and the running game for Reynolds with Zachrich, Menares, and Ney is really good, but they just missed a bunch of opportunities to put points on the board.
Down to 40 seconds to go. One more knee will do it. Sharpsville will go 3-1 in a matter of moments. Kevin takes a knee, and that will do it. Sharpsville goes to 2-0 in the league. The Blue Devil fans come to their feet. Reynolds will go back to transfer with its first loss of 2024. Your final score tonight at Sharpsville, 34-12. Chris and I will be back with a full postgame after this on News Talk 790 WPIC and Facebook Live, Facebook Sports Radio 96.7.
Hermit's Premium Spring Water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit HermansWater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 100 free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman Water, when taste matters.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Moore believes in the young people who are his community's future. Attorney Bill Moore would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game throughout the season. Attorney Bill Moore, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week.
I'm extremely sarcastic.
Just the message you're looking for. Need a customized t-shirt? Then stop at 2 Days at a Beat Custom Screen Printing in Hermitage. From your favorite prints to customized t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Shop 2 Days at a Beat Custom Screen Printing with big city design right here home. 2 Days and a Beat Custom Screen Printing on East 8th Street in Hermitage.
The Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the player of the game.
And we will have the player of the game coming up in our postgame along with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game. Tonight, Sharpsville with a 34-12 victory over the Reynolds Raiders. 34-12 your final. We'll come back with a scoring recap, the stats, our post-game awards after this. Sharpsville winner tonight, 34-12 over Reynolds. Don't forget, we may have bonus coverage coming up as well, too, of that Sharon Hickory game. We'll get you an update on that. All that and much, much more here on 790 WPIC.
results with lightning fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solution to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in print and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East 6th Street in Hermitage. Online, hermitage.minutemanpress.com, or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad to receive 10%
Imagine a bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage of St. Paul Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartment the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul makes it easy to feel at home. 588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
Payroll, expenses, taxes, and equipment. Taking care of business is a lot of work. But at my bank, I get mobile banking, online bill pay, and the financial advice I need to make the best decision for my business. My bank is a financial partner I can count on. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. The synthetic opioid, up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. and Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage P. Rotary Club and Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The fifth quarter show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
Back here one final time at Sharpsville. We're going to get you over to Hickory for the finish of Sharon Hickory. Sharon leading 20-14. Here tonight, a 34-12 win for Sharpsville over Reynolds. Scoring recap in this one. It was Reynolds taking a 6-0 lead. Xavier Zachrich, 34-yard touchdown run with 9:32 to go in the first quarter. 2-pointer no good. 6-0 Reynolds. Sharpsville tied it moments later. Jaden White, 85-yard kickoff return at the 9:20 mark. Extra point no good. We were tied at 6. Sharpsville then took the lead with 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Gino Curry, an 11-yard run, capping a 3-play, 20-yard drive. And that drive set up by Hayden McFeeder's 45-yard interception return to the 20. Curry scored the first of his 2 touchdowns. 2-point pass no good. It was 12-6. Reynolds ties the game on the next drive. 33 seconds to go. Zachrich scores on a 5-yard run, capping an 8-play, 68-yard drive. Extra point no good. We were tied 12 at the end of 1. Sharpsville then took the next drive, and Aiden Pushkar, a 32-yard touchdown catch from Aiden Cadman, caught his own deflection, and that made it 18-12. Cadman ran in for the 2-pointer to make it 20-18. Reynolds drove down into Sharpsville territory, had goal to go. Sharpsville stops. Reynolds keeps the Raiders out of the end zone, however, preserving that 20-12 halftime lead. In the third quarter, Sharpsville opens the second half, 10 plays, 65 yards. It uses 5:45. Gino Curry, 1-yard run. Rylan Piccarilli's extra point made it 27-12. Another long drive for Reynolds. A 6-minute drive concluded at the end of the quarter, but concluded without points. And it was 27-12. Sharpsville puts it away as Jaden White, 27-yard run, 8 plays, 77 yards on the drive. He's 4:38. Rylan Piccarilli's extra point made it 34-12. Individual numbers, we'll go team numbers first. Sharpsville, 257 rushing yards, 32 passing yards, 289 tonight on 40 plays. Devils with 17 first downs. Reynolds, 238 rushing yards, 53 passing yards. Reynolds, 291 total yards. So Reynolds actually outgains Sharpsville 291 to 289. Raiders with 16 first downs. For Sharpsville quarterback Aiden Cadman, 1 of 2. It was a 32-yard touchdown pass to Aiden Pushkar. Jaden White, 18 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown. Gino Curry, 14 carries, 115 yards, 2 scores. Cadman, 4 carries for 4 yards. Receiving, we mentioned Pushkar's 32-yard touchdown catch. For Reynolds, quarterback Xavier Zachrich, 3 of 7 for 23 yards. He was intercepted twice. And actually, that is wrong. He was 4 for 8 for 53 yards. Connor Bellback, 101 for 4 yards. Zachrich, 13 carries, 102 yards tonight. Minares, 20 carries, 102. Parker Ney, 5 carries, 55 yards. Ney, 3 catches, 29 yards. Rocky Flaw, a 13-yard catch. And Giovanni Garino, he had 1 catch, and it went for 11 yards. A couple other numbers of note in this one. Penalties. Sharpsville, 3 penalties, 35 yards. Reynolds, 6 flags for 35 yards. Time of possession, Reynolds a big edge, or a slight edge, I should say, 25-42 to 22-18. Sharpsville wins at 34-12. We bring Chris Burt back in. Chris, as we begin to wrap up things here before we send you down to that Sharon Hickory game, a final thought or two.
Just a terrific win for this Sharpsville team. You think about just kind of the weirdness of their season so far. They have that nice opening win against Girard, and then just kind of that just unthinkable tragedy, hits their team and their quarterback, that next week, and they lose to Sharpsville. And then they got to wait 2 weeks to get back onto the field because of a forfeit in week 3. And just all of a sudden here, this game kind of seems to set the whole ship right. And they look like a really good football team tonight.
34-12, your final. And time now for our post-game awards. We'll start off with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game, brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel here in Sharpsville. And tonight, Chris, a lot to choose from. Big plays from both sides. Kickoff return for a touchdown, but we're going to go with one of the 5 plays in the first half. The goal line stand, 4th and goal, the 1. Sharpsville keeps Reynolds out of the end zone, preserving the lead, and ultimately there's a play that defined the end of the game, or the game as the course, how it would end up. That was the play.
Right, the whole second half would have been different had Reynolds scored there. So it was just an amazing stand by the Sharpsville defense. We saw them do it 3 weeks ago at the end of the half against Girard. We saw them do it again tonight, a second time tonight in that second half. So just a great job by the Sharpsville defense keeping the Reynolds Raiders out of the end zone at the end of the half.
The Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game. Sharpsville's goal line stand at the end of the first half to preserve a 20-12 lead. That'll be entered into our Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the year competition. At the end of the year, we'll select one of those plays as a Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the year. So congratulations to the Sharpsville defense coming up with tonight's Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game. And now for the Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game. And Chris, again, certainly a number of candidates tonight. You look at, obviously Reynolds' side. Zachrich and Minjars over 100 yards rushing. Sharpsville, Gino Curry, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hayden McFader's big interception. That certainly could have been the play of the game as well.
For sure.
It was certainly in the running. But we go to Jaden White, 138 yards rushing and a touchdown. 85-yard kick return. A couple of big tackles from his safety spot on defense as well. Jaden White, second time in 4 weeks. He's the Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game.
Yeah, he was awesome tonight. He just got downhill and made some big plays. Certainly the kickoff return, but then really where he became the best player on the field was in that second half when Sharpsville was just grinding out the yardage and picking up first downs and not letting the Reynolds offense get the ball back. So a great night for Jaden White.
Jaden White, like all of our Reinhardt's Insurance players of the game, will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy to J&B Screen Printing and Gifts, located on East State Street in Hermitage. So congratulations to Jaden White. He is the Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game. Sharpsville winner, 34-12. What we are going to do now, we're going to split our audience. For those of you listening on the radio on 790 WPIC, we're going to join the Sharon Hickory game. That game last update in the 4th quarter with Sharon leading 20-14. Those of you watching or listening on Facebook, Chris had a chance to speak with Paul Piccirilli, the Sharpsville head coach. So we are going to go to that interview in just a couple of moments. While we get ready to do that, Chris, this was a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
You have tomorrow off. I'll be with Colton Hoffman at Grove City, but we will reconvene somewhere next Friday night.
Yeah, looking forward to that. As always, it just seems like Bob picks the great games, and then you and I come and really enjoy what we're doing here. So, yeah, great night. Thanks for everything, and thanks to Bob for putting us on these games.
Thanks to John Van Oy, the superintendent here at Sharpsville, all of his great staff. We always enjoy coming here. We appreciate all the hospitality. Aaron Byro producing our game and doing a great job as always. He, Art Shannon, and Darren Steele back in the studio also. So our 790 audience is leaving us. If you're on Facebook, we're going to go to the Paul Pickerelli interview and then wrap up things here. This is Ryan Briggs for Chris Birch. If you're listening on the radio, Sharon Hickory bonus coverage upcoming. If you're sticking with us on Facebook, head coach Paul Pickerelli coming up next here on 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Thanks for listening. Okay, everybody, Ryan Briggs here. Chris had a chance to speak with Sharpsville head coach Paul Pickerelli after tonight's win.
Yeah, Briggsy, I'm down on the field here with victorious head coach Paul Pickerelli, and just a terrific performance for your team. Lots of guys just stepped up and did a great job.
Well, offensively, the line blocked well, and then we had two running backs.
Yeah.
One runs hard for a freshman. He's a moose, and then Jaden is the outside guy. So can't complain about that, but I'm just the defense, what the two stops, one within a foot yard, one down here within a yard, that's tremendous. We haven't had that for a while.
You've done that 3 times in 2 games I've been at, because you did it at the end of the half against Girard, too. Must just be something about your guys that they toughen up when they get inside the 10.
I think you and Briggsy got to come to more of our games and do more of our games, baby. That's the feeling.
Sounds good to me, too. Yeah. I heard you say to your team when Jaden White was getting our Player of the Game award, that the offensive line should get the Player of the Game, too, because what a great job they did.
Without a doubt. I mean, I'll tell you, both sides of the line, I mean, whether we went left or right, it seemed to work. I know I'm just impressed with the overall thing that they had after 2 weeks ago, the tragedy we had, not having a game last week and performing like this is really special.
Yeah, no doubt. It's almost like you've kind of had a weird season so far. But then all of a sudden it kind of all came together, and you guys look like a good football team tonight.
Well, thanks, I'll tell you, Chris. That means a lot, really does.
Congrats certainly on this great win. Keep it rolling, and we'll see you soon.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Hope every week.
All right, thanks. All right, you got it. All right, Briggsy, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Chris Birch. He and Paul Pickerelli, Coach Pick, his team 3-1 now here in 2024 after tonight's victory. So Sharpsville goes to 3-1, 2-0 in the league. Reynolds 3-1 now, overall 1-1 in conference play. Farrell 1-0 in league play after its win over Mercer. Mercer dropping to 0-2 in league action. Kennedy's 0-1 after the forfeit to Sharpsville last week. And Wilmington will begin its league slate tomorrow at noon at Kennedy. So that's the latest in Region 1, 1A, 2A mixed league. And with that, we are going to sign off here on Facebook. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. A lot of fun here at Sharpsville. And later tonight, Aaron Byro, Darren Steele, Art Shannon will have the 5th quarter scoreboard show brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements. For my partner, Chris Birch, this is Ryan Briggs saying so long. I'll talk to you tomorrow here on Facebook as Slippery Rock visits Grove City, 12:30 airtime on Sports Radio 96.7. Kickoff 1 o'clock from historic Forker Field. Have a great night. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow here on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.